it is time for the first fan mail of the new era of the GameFront.com. Joining me today are the real James Heaney, Mr. Babby Boy himself, everyone's favourite cute boy Morgan, and Zach is somehow here as well, and also Mikey! I think.
Mikey?
Yeah.
I think he left.
He's Mikey!
I feel really appreciated right there. With the
Why? Because well, I mean, you don't normally turn up this early, and to be fair to you, I mean, you know, well done on, and also you're wearing a beautiful shirt.
Let's be honest. He seems like he's up from last night. He's got a lot of energy, the kind of energy that is because
he's not been to sleep yet.
He's not been to sleep. He did a bunch of rails, and he couldn't sleep, even if he wanted to. But I don't know that. I'm just guessing it because he's really positive.
I just gotta keep it going. You know? Choo-choo, Charles.
Unbelievable.
You've been playing Train Simulator, or what are we talking about?
I've been running a train. This is off to a great start.
This was not a simulation.
Human centipede? Maybe. Oh, man. I should have brushed my teeth, though.
Oh, boy.
They said we were so professional. They said
you gotta eat, but... Oh, I think my camera
freeze.
Eat butt. If you ain't eating ass, you're not taking advantage of your time on this world, on this planet. I'm telling you.
You could shorten that up to like, if you don't eat ass, you got no class. Something like that. Keep it short and sweet.
Yeah. I'm gonna get that as a bumper sticker.
If you don't eat ass, you don't have class.
Yeah. I mean, come on. I mean, you love someone, you gotta do it. Yeah. You clean that thing.
I don't know. It sounds funny, but when you order a t-shirt like that, do you ever really wear it? Like when I walk down Venice Beach Boardwalk, I see some absolutely hilarious, offensive shirts that I can't picture a human being wearing in public.
I used to wear them when I was a teenager.
I was gonna say, didn't you have that one where it's like 5 cents for some sort of ride, like a mustache ride?
I mean,
t-shirt. What? Didn't you have something like that?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I would never wear that shirt.
It's just what he was charging for mustache rides. He didn't have a shirt.
But that was back in the day.
Yeah. And you just like exorcist, like walked in and you just like cruised people up and down Venice Beach. No, this isn't sexual. Just sit on the mustache, grab onto the cat pillar. You know what I'm saying?
I think you're right, because I have a t-shirt which is from the British TV show Red Dwarf, and it's got a quote. It's got one of the lines on it, and the line is basically "Let's get out there and twat it." And understandably, I've never worn that t-shirt in public.
Okay, I went to a podcast
about the house
with
t-shirt.
I went to a podcast with Seth Rogen, said like fry or fuck, because they were talking about Snickers bars, or like things like what would you do with like something? Would you fry or fuck it? It was a game show. Anyway, because they made it like the stuff. So I have a tank top that I wear, and I constantly forget I'm wearing it. I just put on shit. I don't look at what I wear. I have it because I went to that podcast. I was like, I need that. I need it as a tank top because God knows, fry or fuck it. And then I also have the Pimps and Hoes tank top that I walk around, and that's even worse when I'm at my business because
it's the crop top. It's the.
How did you know? I always all my tank tops. I take the bottom part, tuck it in through the bot, and then like pull it up.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
It's from Step Brothers. Their business or whatever. Oh God, I can't remember what it's called. But I've been like 2 times at the office, been like, "Oh, I love that tank top," and then I realize what I'm wearing. It's just boats and hose.
Oh, it's not Funny or Die.
What?
Funny or Die?
No, Step Brothers, the movie. They make the business that they create.
Oh, there's no way I could ever remember what that is.
Hose. Okay.
I thought you meant the real business that like Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly had, which I didn't know he was. But
that's in the movie. I don't think it's John C. Reilly. That's
in the movie.
No, Funny or Die.
Funny or Die. I totally agree. I don't think John C. Yes,
it's Adam McKay and Will Ferrell.
Yeah,
this is productive. What's going on, Danny? Did we have any videos this week?
It's been a quiet week.
Announcements?
This is the section we normally do the announcements. Obviously, we don't have a lot to announce this week. It's been a quiet week.
Yep.
Nothing's
second.
Really.
There's a huge announcement this week.
Is there?
Mikey's here.
Can I say what it is?
I mean,
If you know what it is.
I ran the Ron Burgundy marathon. And I didn't run it. I'm sorry. I was in the Ron Burgundy Rock and Roll Marathon.
You did it again?
And here's the big announcement. Yeah, I did it again. It was on Sunday. One of the 100,000 people that was running past stopped by, and instead of saying Ron Burgundy, he was like, "It's James from GameFront. Oh, it's James from GameFront."
No,
and that was my favorite moment of the whole weekend.
That's beautiful.
That is.
Who was it?
There are people
I have
still
no
out
idea.
there
They
who
were
remember
running
who we
the
are.
marathon, and people stopped.
I was embarrassed that James didn't recognize me and that I was over there visiting, and it was so weird. But
yeah, because people, when they're running the Rock and Roll Marathon, they do run, but a lot of people will stop and get a picture. 99.9999999% of the time, it's to get a picture with Ron Burgundy. But this one guy, who I didn't get a chance to talk to because he was running a marathon, was like freaking out saying, "It's James from GameFront. It's James from GameFront."
Hilarious.
Yeah, I'm sure that they're gonna like put a message somewhere.
Yeah, if you're
If
they
you're
in the chat right now?
Yeah,
What's
if you're
going on?
here, if you're the
Expose
James from
yourself.
GameFront guy, let us know.
Yeah, and I think that's the wrap up of all of the.
he never
James is the
stopped
James from
saying,
GameFront guy,
like,
I guess. But I mean, yeah, I know what you're saying. I made a mistake.
we got to get him a T-shirt. In fact, or the death count challenge is
can we just
Give
get
him
a
the
t-shirt that
controller.
says "I'm James from GameFront" and then put that on sale so everybody can be James from GameFront.
I'd love that. So that I guess that's probably all of the announcements.
That's
from last
everything.
week, right?
That's all I can think of, yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Moving on.
I think I have a no, Mikey, go. It's your baby.
Mikey doesn't want to do it.
I don't want to do it.
eyebrows?
Why are you here?
he's tired. He had to birth the thing.
I see.
I'm
Okay.
just
He wants to make sure
here
we
to
don't screw
bask
it
in the
up.
glory, you know.
Okay. Well, we finally launched what we were calling V3 of the website for the best part of 2 years. There we go. Mikey's in there with the auto chat. So gamefront.com. It's a brand new website.
I would like to thank everyone that contributed. Danny, James, myself.
No.
I gotta say that a lot of my inspiration was that one
Zach
runner
Lowe.
that went past.
Well, I mean, I
Zach as
don't know
well.
if people know that Mikey is essentially solo warrioring that whole project with Danny working as a shadow. That's essentially how it works, right?
It's
pretty much.
It's Mikey's work. It's all Mikey's
It's
work.
crazy. It's insane.
Is
If
it
anyone's
offensive
played the
to
game
take
The
out
Darkness?
a huge life
Has anyone-
insurance policy on Mikey just in case something happens?
No,
Is that offensive or is that just good business?
It's actually not illegal. You can take out a life insurance policy on anybody.
I've done it to all you guys.
Well, I've had a couple on James.
What?
That's
No, except for
boring.
Morgan because he's the holdout, but his auntie's now because I know where she lives.
Hey, so check it out. We have a 45-second-ish trailer which I'm going to play so people can see
Cool.
see the new website.
If it's another AI thing, I'm gonna be pretty pissed off.
It's not an AI thing.
That was that disappointed me. I thought Morgan was supposed to be like flapping his mouth off. All right.
Well, everyone's watching it now, you see. Although they can still hear us, and that's fine. This is like the common version. But, new searches and filters.
James putting deodorant on.
They can't see.
You have no idea
that's
what I'm
coming up.
doing. I don't know exactly what you're doing. It's like great. If you just have a pure papaya diet like me, you wouldn't need deodorant.
But the nice thing about the new trailer
I've not
for the
had enough
website,
sleep. I'm realizing it.
What's up, Danny?
the nice thing about the trailer is this bit.
Wait, we have a webpage?
The James at the end?
It's
don't see
James at the end.
Yeah.
was my favorite bit. Yeah. So the new website is live. It's if
That
you
is
like,
good. That is a good bit.
the nice thing. The nice thing about the new website is that Well, there's a few things that are nice about it. I'll list a few things quickly. It's literally
my first
built...
and topmost is that Mikey just did it all. I didn't have to contribute.
Yeah,
so
that was 100%.
I like that part. That was beautiful.
That was 100% the best bit. Zero effort.
Except for
Mikey.
Just having to literally do it all. I don't think people can understand that enough.
I am dead.
No, I mean...
It's inside and outside. Dead.
It's a No, I mean... I have to give Mikey a lot of credit. He doesn't like me giving him this much credit, but like, if you look at almost any website that's anywhere near that level of, I don't know, like technical functionality, like. No, I mean, no, I mean, you don't. No, you don't understand. Like, no one listens to me, but.
No, you cut out. You literally
have us on the edge of our seat, and you had such a pregnant pause. I thought it was twins.
I was trying to find my words, but no, I mean,
you
it's. I because I don't know how to describe it. It's such a monumental achievement. Like it's such a phenomenal. Like you would normally hire a team of 100 people to build something like that. Like it's just insane. Yeah. It's insane. Like it's there's a lot for people who are technical. You can look into it. Like it's built on all the latest. It's basically the same tech that like big social networks like Facebook use. It's yeah.
None of this is like proprietary information that Mikey wouldn't want you to share, right?
No,
it's built on the same tech that Facebook and Twitter use, so it's okay.
So the web.
You know what's amazing is how fast stuff
HTML.
in.
HTML, CSS, all of those things.
So the next step we have is we need to now reach out to modders and get the freshest, newest mods up there, right?
Well, that is a work in progress. I have another announcement, which I can share some information about, but not a lot yet. But specifically, I'm going to be a character in Fallout London.
I cannot wait.
It'll be so good.
So Fallout London.
It's going to be.
If anyone
am I going to be able to kill you in the mod?
I can't tell you anything about my character. I can't tell you anything about the storyline. I can't tell you.
Out.
I'm under NDA.
Yeah, I want to blow his brains out.
I can't.
Reload it.
That may or may not be an option.
I'm gonna romance the hell out of you, dude. Is there romance options?
I can't talk anything about it. I can't. But all I can say is that there will be. So Fallout London is a massive.
There will be
blood. And your voice or just your voice?
I'm playing a character in that game, basically.
I mean, like with Danny's voice too.
With my voice, because it's and the NPCs. It's not got mocap or anything. It's just voice.
Okay. They didn't really set you up with mocap. We're Danny King. We got to put some.
I mean, is he bold? Is the character bold?
I can't say anything about my character. I can't say anything about
tall
the story.
And
I cannot say.
The entire GameFront team wants to shoot your character.
I cannot say. I can't.
It is going to be the best
look like you
kill I've ever played.
I know exactly.
Doesn't look like you. I will know it's you in spirit, and shooting him will be.
What would be hilarious if it's a short, stout guy like me, like just like, and it has your voice,
Danny's giant mustache.
Body. Yeah. Zach King.
Oh, that would be a beautiful body swap movie.
I can't say anything about it.
What's funny is
terrified.
The first thing that I downloaded from the new GameFront webpage was the new California Fallout mod. Nice. Which I had played a long time ago, but I had played the earliest version of the release, and I was worried that it wouldn't have the newer ones. But we do already have the 2.1, and then the freshest. Yeah, we have the newest patch on it, which is I think 2.2.
How fast was your download speeds?
It was blazing fast.
Really? That's almost like
honestly,
other websites.
I honestly don't know how long it was because I wasn't like on the edge of my seat waiting for it.
Amazing.
I haven't installed it yet. I just downloaded it.
So very quickly, on top of the new website also means that it's now, it's out the way. There's new content coming, so you've seen a review already. There's another review that'll come later today on Street Fighter 6 on a video. It's already on the website. There's way more guides and stuff, so they'll become videos. So the content level in general is just going to go more short form, more guides, more reviews, Basically, the shit we used to do before we went bankrupt. Yeah.
Wait, there's not going to be just an Elder Ring every week.
Not to be that like devil's advocate or guy or whatever. Like, when was this website supposed to launch? Originally?
Shut it!
Oh my God!
Sorry,
it was meant to launch on May the 31st, May the 31st, 2023.
It was supposed to be the 31st, but
honestly, I believe it was meant to launch the day the internet was born, because it was destiny to be there.
What are you talking?
It was always meant to be.
What are you?
You would be the best cult leader. I swear to God. I'm playing Far Cry 5 right now, and I can totally see you.
I'm playing Far Cry 5 right now. Yeah, it's so fun.
Samesies?
I've never played a Far Cry game, and it is so fun.
Why are we not playing this on Twitch? What the hell?
Because we're at home and we want to just be naked when we do it, probably. You know, as you do with life. You go fry some food. What? You're naked? No one's going to tell you to put a shirt on.
It would be kind of a boring playthrough to watch, right? Because you're just going from, it's just tasks. You're just doing.
Yeah, it
chores.
is. It's just like, it is kind of a pretty environment, but it is repetition, like so much of the same. But
just to answer Dark Page,
Far Cry 2.
Oh, Far Cry 5.
Was Far Cry 2?
It's because it's the newest one available on Game Pass. That's why we're all playing it right now.
Yeah. I played 6. 6 was. It's just the same and like had good acting, but
did you see that the Ubisoft? The Ubisoft is like $18 a month or something for like to get access to all of their stuff. That's crazy.
You can get all of Ubisoft stuff on Amazon Luna for I think $10 a month.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go, dude. Fuck.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, just use my game creator code.
Just a little smile.
At Original Understudies.
Is there an affiliate link that we can click?
I love bite my tongue off.
The Street
Google
Fighter
Stadia
6
was good too.
Google Stadia was great.
Loved
The Street Fighter 6 review I wrote, but James is doing the voice on that one. But like with all that content, it'll be a team effort, right? So I'll probably write the stuff.
No, I haven't played Street Fighter since Street Fighter 2 Turbo, the last good Street Fighter game. Is there
shots fired? Would there
be a reason for us to do like combo videos and stuff like that?
I was thinking the same thing for you, Morgan, because you've been talking about that, and probably.
I think those are the kinds of things we should. Yeah, I mean, I've already written a couple of guides for some games last week, which we can turn into videos.
All right.
Street Fighter 6 is a bit difficult because Street Fighter 6 is none of us are actually any good at that game. But I think it's fair to say that if we find a game we're actually good at, we could probably do. A reasonable.
I feel like if I just played it a little bit, I would get good at it.
I mean, you just.
Morgan did Mortal Kombat stuff, didn't you?
No. Street Fighter 2 Turbo was the last good fighting game I ever played. Everyone that I've tried since then is.
I haven't played Street Fighter 6, but reading Danny's review of it made me want to. Like, they've actually added a lot of really cool stuff. I'm sure that there's going to be some haters on it, but the most interesting part, I don't mean to spoil Danny's review, but there are different control styles. One of them is like classic where you push all the buttons, but then they have like a streamlined version that will help you like do some like macros. So if you want, probably, and I haven't done it, but I imagine it'll do like quarter circle punch to do like special moves. And then there's one for the super casual player that will automatically choose your attacks from the distance and like your position of the other player, which well, it sounds like it's going to bother people, but have you played the game Dive Kick? Now that game is so much fun, but it's because everybody has basically the same, like there's not a lot of moves to have, and it's just a fighting game to casually play and have a good time. I have not been excited about a Street Fighter game until now. I was more of a Tekken player, and I hated when Tekken went towards Street Fighter's mechanics.
Isn't the damage affected by the choice of players style?
That would make sense.
I thought like if you, I thought you get kind of like handicaps because of the choice you make, which isn't possible. Like I'm getting what you're saying, but because well, maybe because of ranked play. I don't know. You know,
they probably in ranked. I don't know. Danny can probably fill us in. But my guess is
Danny, can you fill us in? Anytime you want to talk over these.
Let's just wait for the article to come out. We can discuss it.
Check out GameFront.com.
So that video's cancelled because we just discussed it all now. Sorry, go on.
This, and we can discuss them during the stream.
Yeah, I mean, I always wanted to kind of, and we should probably take some of this offline, but we We did talk at one point about.
Yeah, I'm glad we haven't had any meetings about this.
No, I know. Well, no. Do you remember when we said like maybe fan mail could be less? Well, you still have some fan mail in it, but it could be more like the old GameFront update. Like it could be a bit of news, a bit of.
I have an announcement.
Yeah, go ahead.
Pelagius has been subscribed for 21 months. He just re-upped his subscription.
And we haven't streamed for like a month, so
it's been like 2 months. That's a feat.
We streamed on Saturday.
Well, I mean the daily dose of Morgan.
I think Mike's talking about me personally.
Yeah. So only you only
Guten Morgen. I miss it every day. I miss Guten Morgen every day.
We need to get the Morgan dailies back. That's the only thing GameFront is now missing.
You know what is? You know what would be fun? I don't know if Morgan's interested in it, but Diablo 4 is going to officially be released this week, and that seems like the kind of game that would be. Is there? Yeah, I don't know if you're being sarcastic or not.
No, there is so much hype about this game.
Like, I'm excited about it.
I
know that it's a cash grab microtransaction, blah blah blah. Well, I have a copy of it, and I'm going to start playing it when it comes out. And I don't think the game could be better with one person than two. And I think the bestest way to do it is probably 4 people.
Released today, apparently, according to Pill.
No, is it?
There's so much hype around it on the internet.
I'd rather sit on a pineapple.
That's my.
But you like sitting on. The thing is Zach loves sitting on pineapples. So
you got me there. Come on, Hawaii. Yeah. That's why I moved here, dude. So I can just like sit on pineapples all.
I have one more major announcement which we haven't covered since last time, which would segue nicely into our first video. Our very first ever video game, which was rated, I think it was rated 10 out of 10 by IGN. Was Heaney Bird.
Mitch gave it 10 out of 10?
I think Mitch himself.
ING is the truth.
Sorry, it was Darcy from ING. Sorry, I don't mean to miscredit who rated the game.
I'd love it if she popped in right now. We need to have her like as that person. Like,
she had her first show at UCB last night. It was too late. I was too tired. I didn't go.
Oh.
You save the excuses for her. Like you can just say you didn't go.
Yeah,
she got them.
Yeah.
But if you haven't played Heaney Burb, you can check it out. It's in the description of the video. So just head to the Heaney Burb video. It's a fantastic. I would probably say one of the best video games ever created. To be honest, it's truly like the
original concept.
Exactly, original concept.
And
such
great
a beautiful
character.
story, character building.
It's not doing anything different than any of these other AAA blockbusters are doing.
World building is on
putting
point.
out a game that's like half-assed.
It's not asking for more money after you buy it.
That's nice. Yeah, no microtransactions. That could be on the fucking box.
But it is pretty expensive to purchase in the first place.
Yeah,
like, come on, $80 game.
People are clamoring for the DLC already, which is wild because it just came out. But that's how it goes.
10 out of 10 from ING. Yeah.
We've got some community reviews as well. Gamerword.net says that the game was awesome and hilarious. Thanks, guys. It reminded him of another 10 out of 10 classic, Helicopter Flash game. Now, if anyone doesn't remember the Helicopter Flash game from back in the day, missing out on a treat.
All the information we're given.
Yeah,
right
that's
there?
it. He says, why Heaney Bird doesn't fly with mustache? What is this sadness in my chest?
That is a pretty good criticism.
Mustache wings are unlocked at level 88. So candles.
Clearly didn't play long enough.
You didn't get to the end. But no, in all seriousness, I wish I'd thought of that because that would have been a great idea. But
there's always Heaney Bird too.
Hindsight.
Yeah, exactly. Or this could be a live service game that like gets constant updates.
Season 2.
I need to fix the hitboxes. So there are things I need to fix in that game. So
it's microtransactions, fixed hitboxes. Flappy mustache.
It's perfect. It's perfect as it is.
You get within 8 feet of the side of a candle and you're done.
Listen. It's just challenging like a Souls game, okay?
Yeah, it's Souls level difficulty, but yeah, it's true. If his head goes even within a meter of a flame on one of those candles, he will die.
Not the top, the sides.
Yeah.
Can we just make a version where you start the game and it ends? You just like start and you die immediately.
Well, if you don't press the space bar, then that's what happens.
Ooh, the next game we can pull Danny's character from the mod. Yeah, and then it'll be just a game where you just start out and you just have the mod standing there in a blank room, and you just have a table full of weapons.
What about an inverse mod where it's just like, or I mean, it just immediately just makes it so you have to hold down spacebar so you stay down instead. So he's constantly trying to go up. So it's just a little tweak there. So you have to do it a little differently. You know what I'm saying, guys? We got millions of dollars of ideas here.
We're gonna need a Heniburb category on game.
I gotta go get Mark Cuban. Okay, I'll be right back.
Danny, are you ready to quit your job and be a full-time game developer?
Full-time game developer for Heniburb. I mean,
you're voice acting already. Yeah,
it's all popping off.
More than most of us can say.
Danger.
James can't do it because he's an actor.
I mean, I'm sure James would be more than capable of getting a job on
no,
Fallout
he's an
1,
actor.
except for the
Actors
fact that,
can't do voice out over stuff.
No, I know, but also the fact that his British accent is
I sent in my VO audition, and it was like this. It's me, James Heaney, and I could do any character from Fort London, and I got no response. So I tried to reach out again, and apparently they've blocked me. I'm not like I can't. I have been blocked.
Entering England, anywhere in the UK, you're not allowed to go. Blocked.
I mean,
Steve says I'm playing Skyrim, Morgan, and I found out.
Oh, sorry.
What did you say?
I was saying his British accent would be good for a British super mutant. Is the only thing I was thinking, or maybe a ghoul.
That would be pretty good.
I'm very excited about the new Turtles movie. I don't know. Have you seen the trailer, Zach? Specifically, James, don't care. Zach,
what? There's a new Turtles movie?
Uh-huh. Yeah, Seth Rogen is producing a Ninja Turtles animated movie. It looks sick.
Oh, I heard about that, but I did not know a trailer got released.
Yeah, it looks sick.
Check it out.
All right, Steve the Ghost. I'm playing Skyrim, Morgan. I found out if you don't become a vampire and kill everyone, the game is way longer than 3 hours. It's like free DLC. I don't think that's true.
It's almost as if you played it properly and actually did everything, it would last a lot longer than just the how quickly did you beat that in like 7 hours? It was disgusting, to be honest, Morgan.
I don't see people
and I don't
on
understand
speedrunning videos being like, "Oh, he was too fast."
Are you trying to be? Was it?
I'll tell you when they complain about being too fast.
I wasn't trying to do speedrun, but there just wasn't a lot of content, so I just blew through it.
It just makes me so mad when you say that out loud. I want to punch you. I don't like punching people off.
It is the most James thing that you do, if I can put it that way. Like, it's just disgusting, to be honest.
Is that what I sound like when I talk about elevators and stuff?
Yeah, exactly.
Game.
Danger Daddy's 300 hours in.
Characters.
No, shut up. Danger Dad's 300 hours in, and he hasn't even filled out the first skill tree. Game is immersing and captivating throughout. Majon Thunder says his high score is 12. This game is unironically difficult.
As I said, it's a Souls-like, right?
It is a Souls-like difficulty game, yeah. And then, I don't know who this guy is, My KB?
Way too clean of a chin. I don't like it.
Who is that guy?
I know. I can't wait for the developers to add macOS support. # free Apple fanboys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When are you gonna release this on the App Store? I had to download a file and then just pray and then unleash it on my computer.
When I can be bothered to buy.
Disable my virus.
Didn't have like a warning actually too when you installed it. It was just like, hey, good luck, fucko.
Can I tell you something interesting? If you want to develop a game in Unity, completely free. If you want to sign the file using a Microsoft signature, that's like $400. If you want to then publish it to an app store, that's going to be like hundreds more dollars. And I don't have that kind of capital to spend on this project.
Subscribe on Patreon
in a couple months.
This is like listening to my dad tell my mom like why we can't afford braces.
Well, when you I don't know the exact price, and I'm sure it's gone up. But when I worked at Activision, when we submitted, not a big deal, but I'm a big deal. But when we
were to say we submitted, like you were right there with them. What's up, guys?
We submitted when I sent in my copy of COD 5. No, actually, I don't know how that process went, but I remember working on Guitar Hero. We would have to make sure it was really good because it was like $20,000 to have the different publishers. When I say publishers, I'm wrong. Like Nintendo to look at it or Microsoft when they would do their clearance, it would be like a $20,000 fee for them to either say it's good or it's failed. And then if it failed, you had to pay them again to have them check and make sure it met their standards. And that might be
cost.
I don't think it cost
$20,000.
It doesn't. I don't think it's quite as expensive as that. You pay.
Surely it doesn't cost them $20,000 to check it. That seems that seems like a scam.
I think that the one that was really expensive was Nintendo, because if it failed, then they would give us a real stern talking.
Middle manager had James in an office, and James was like, "Please, sir, can I get $11 an hour?" And they're like, $10 is as high as you can go. Do you know all the costs we have to develop these games?
I remember something similar like this with like when games would want to do updates, and that's why they didn't do them as frequently as you'd hope. Is because they actually had to pay for them to.
You have to pay to release a patch on consoles.
Absolutely.
It's not $20,000.
That might be an exaggeration, but at the time it was such a large number, it dropped my jaw that they were doing.
It might vary on studio, I suppose, but with Nintendo, they have a department at Nintendo called Lot Check, and basically you have to submit your game to Lot Check, and if it fails Lot Check, then it's expensive. It's an expensive business.
I'm glad James found his jaw again, though. I've pretty dropped it.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is Goat Simulator 3.
All right.
We played a little bit of this.
If we go through Elden Ring, we will catch James in a bold-faced lie. Yes. I live
you know
for
what?
This.
This is kind of worrying me. We should actually start taking account of who Danny's bringing in. Because if they have the same name that we have, what's the chances of we're just being like pushed out? And it's just like this way. Like if he finds another James.
Push me. Just freaking drop kick me off the cliff already.
Adventure Bill!
I feel like Morgan is done with Elden Ring.
Is this not the strategy that Mark Burnham used to take? I mean,
it's not. I wouldn't put it past him. May he rest in peace.
He's not dead. I didn't know he was
sick. He's not dead.
He's dead up here.
Okay.
What's happening?
I'm gonna stop there. I'm starting to get WWF.
It's a controversial statement, but I like Mark Burnham, and I think he says smart things on Twitter.
He says smart. Okay.
He's one of the few people that I see on Twitter that I enjoy the things that he says, and he never makes me want to like ragefully like tweet awful things at him.
He made me miss seeing my Uncle Carl on a vacation trip.
But did he do it on purpose?
And he passed away.
Okay, that's not good.
There are emails. The one time I asked for time off.
Think how unoffensive his tweets are.
I hope I can have a picture of me taken while I'm sitting in the fucking metro and I'm reading a book all fucking douchey and look at my.
You follow him
Zach is expressing himself as
he's gonna fire me and he's gonna ask me, let me take you out for a cup of coffee. Well, you know fuck all about me. I don't drink coffee, you asshole. Piece of shit. Fuck you.
Moving on.
You know what? Just tell me how it goes. And then I go back up in the office and say, you can finish out your day. Oh yeah, I want to finish out my day.
So this was Goat Simulator 3, which was a really friendly kind of family-friendly comedy game.
GameFront Simulator, baby.
It's anyway. Almono Mike says, "Sweet Jesus!" Shout out to Pretty Morgan. That seems like a slight
Morgan. I think Morgan has around the same amount of fans as James now. Like if he went out in public, you're Morgan from GameFront. I think might actually.
Yeah. Have you run any marathons lately?
No. James is the bee's knees. We gotta all bow down to James. We have to. I think
we unofficially decided in the video that other Morgan James would be Pretty Morgan, and you're Cute Morgan. I think that's the best way to kind of figure it out.
I like being called cute, but not when I know somebody else is out there being pretty.
I mean,
I'd rather be pretty. It sounds like one step above.
Yeah.
Well, you can be
Morgan,
both.
you're beautiful.
You are both.
Thank you.
But I just need to give one of you one name and one of you the other. That's all. I don't know.
We already have a name.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I know,
he
but
needs something to differentiate
you're the one. You're the one complaining about.
Have you never heard of the Borg before?
Oh yeah, that's
Morgan
true.
is like the Borg.
So then we all just become Morgan.
No, not until we assimilate you.
How would you feel about being pretty cute, Morgan.
Well, that kind of sounds like he's not cute. He's just a little bit cute.
Oh yeah,
it's a downgrade.
Yeah,
it's totally a downgrade. I never thought about that, about the word pretty like that. Pretty alone is really great, but pretty anything else is not quite cutting it. Like pretty smart. I just want to be
pretty
smart.
smart. He's not smart. He's just pretty smart. Like it's just yeah.
Botnet. A new Morgan. Gasp.
Sorry, was I an overdramatic gasp?
No, that's perfect.
Zach is a real boy. We have a cute one and a pretty one. So you started this controversy.
Oh,
Zach
God.
is a real boy. Let's go.
A
What an amazing video.
lot of talk about.
What happened in the video? Was it not good?
No, I enjoyed that game. Have any of you played it yet? I've been trying to get Zach to play it. I think you've played
I played the original.
Yeah, there was an original, and then they skipped 2 and went straight to 3 because 3 is that good. But yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun. Like if you want to chill.
Is there a high scoreboard? Is there a leaderboard?
What the fuck, man? Get over that shit. Just play the game.
I don't
got
think
more
so.
views than the Elden Ring video.
It's the pain thing all over again. James needs to be on the top of some leaderboard.
It has a lot of collectibles and challenges, so I think Morgan would like it because I know he likes his dailies and things like that. I don't think there's a scoreboard as such,
fun,
but yeah. No, I mean, it's broken intentionally, kind of thing. But it is.
I feel
fun.
like a lot of games have leaderboards nowadays, and you don't even really realize it.
The thing that blows my mind about Goat Simulator 3 is that we encounter stuff all the time, which feels like a glitch, like a proper glitch. And then what I can't get my head around is if you're the one QA testing that game, how the do you know what's a glitch and what's supposed to be broken on purpose? Because the game is so intentionally broken that it must be an absolute nightmare to QA that game. I mean, James, this is your arena of expertise. Like, can you imagine trying to QA Goat Simulator 3?
What probably happens is it starts off where none of its glitches, but the devs will write either like will not fix or not a bug. And then as soon as those get approved, then it becomes, even if it is a glitch, it becomes quote unquote legacy issue. And you don't fix a legacy issue because it was already released in a previous game.
Legacy issue, my 2 favorite words. Oh yeah.
I know.
Why
That gets Mikey going.
Does GameFront have a lot of legacy issues?
No comment. My other 2 favorite words.
Legacy and legendary are so close in pronunciation, but so far away from like what it is.
It looks like there is a leaderboard for Goat Simulator 3.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Rhythmic. James, you possibly talking about 2 bleed curved swords? Sounds like the way too. I'm on a mic. 3014, I believe he needs a sword that heals him greatly as he hits with the Ash of War, that has a long range that also applies fire, that scales well with faith and strength, that you could exchange a soul of a boss fight to gain it.
Ooh.
If only there was a giant boss serpent that had such a soul remembrance. Beware of Mayor Cheese. Kamikaze Ice with the layup. Sounds like the Scavenger's Curve Sword, only one available per playthrough.
And have we already missed that sword?
He has access to it.
I have access to it, or did I sell the soul?
Oh, you probably sold the soul.
There was one time where I was
Gosh darn it,
just
James.
like selling stuff and being like, this doesn't look like something I need, and everybody was startled by my choice.
Rhythmic 3910, just the banter of James explaining that he would still climb a ladder if he walked up to it squatting, that I replied a few times in case someone is interested. Yeah, can we hear this total nonsense?
It's not total nonsense. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy.
James is just fighting with me just to fight with me. And I don't
If
know
you
why.
were squatting next to a ladder, do you really think you couldn't climb it?
Oh, hang on.
There's just
What?
no time when you wouldn't stand up to do it. It's
What?
simple.
When I climb a ladder,
That's a
I
lovely
hold
shade
my
of green.
hands at one spot and I walk my legs up till I'm squatting. Then I leap my arms up higher.
Yeah,
and
you're
I
just
climb
cool.
my.
That's a
Oh,
lovely
fuck
shade
you.
of green, Danny.
I know. I need to fix that.
How do we get James into a video game?
We just talked about it.
Lime
He was
clatter.
an award-winning Heaney Burb.
Oh, that's
Heaney
true.
Burb.
Can we
This will
make
be
it more
the
like
sequel.
Duck Hunt?
What's the timestamp?
3910.
Timestamp is me trying to fix the chroma key. Hang on. This is all going great. What was the timestamp?
Play the video.
Oh, we walked an audience member.
Oh, he's gone.
He's gone.
Worse, we walked the host.
He's gone. Happy sweet prince. Let me just refresh the GameFront website and bring him back.
To be fair, Danny didn't know that we were going to be playing videos on this stream.
I mean, no, I did. It's just the one thing I obviously didn't take into account.
I'm just going to yell.
Swap my camera for Zach's.
I'm mortified.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was the time? What was the timestamp?
39:10.
39:10.
39.
The new era.
10. Wow. Don't shit on other people's hard work, man.
Do you think it wouldn't let me climb because I was squatting?
Yeah.
In real life, I can squat and grab a ladder. I just don't understand.
Have you ever walked up to a ladder?
In real life.
Oh, and we're gone.
Oh, sorry.
And we're out.
Are we
You skipped the conversation part.
Oh, right. Okay. I wasn't sure what we were
This is where
playing
James
for.
squatted so you could climb up it.
I have not done that, but it wouldn't stop me from climbing if I did.
Yeah, but you would just have to pause for a second and go, hey, what the hell's wrong with me? Why am I doing this?
Why am I crouched?
You would
I would
just,
have no
just
pause.
push through.
I would just push through.
It would give you no pause to walk up squatted to a ladder, and you would just climb up it squatted.
Well, I wouldn't be... There's never a situation where I would be so panicked that I clenched my body so much that I was squatting when I arrived at a ladder.
You continue squatting.
I can't... There's nothing wrong with what I've said.
Why are you squatting towards a ladder, though? I don't understand.
It's just conversation.
James walked up to a ladder squatting and then was like, I can't get up. Because you can't start climbing a ladder until you stand up.
And then he said he could do that in real life.
Yeah.
I said that it wouldn't stop me in real life. If I
wouldn't that
only
be an
had a ladder, I'm
absolute
going to find a
nightmare on
ladder.
your calf muscles?
He wouldn't even pause. He wouldn't stop and stand up and then start climbing up the ladder. He would just be squatted and start climbing up it.
You wouldn't climb up a ladder with your knees bent. Like your calf muscles would be wrecked, like absolutely shredded to pieces.
Are you doing pull-ups on the ladder? Is that what you're doing?
What I would do is I would walk up to the ladder squatting, and I would climb my hands until I was standing, and then I would have like my legs catch up with me.
So you're literally pulling up.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Thank you. You got it.
Danny, can I help you produce your next game?
Yeah, absolutely. Are you calling this?
Good.
I'm talking about someone who's like
Heaney squats.
Yeah.
It's just
paralyzed from the waist down.
It's just James buried in the sand up to his nipples, and there's just swords and guns everywhere. You can do whatever you want to this guy, and it is graphic.
I think I can actually.
This is getting sexual.
Dead Space like execution.
It could be if you wanted it to be sexual.
I think we can make this happen.
It's like me and the pineapple.
This sounds R-rated. Do we want to go there?
I do.
Yes.
I think
James' strategies are so advanced that the game developers didn't even think to make warming stones hurt those guys. Which, in James's defense, I think that they should hurt the guys that are hurt by healing.
Yeah,
because they do healing, and they do faith healing. I assume.
I mean, what other kind of healing is there if it's not a faith healing?
Why is Heaney Bird losing hair? It's turning transparent. Protect the mustache. He was phasing in and out of reality during that whole time. He hasn't quite figured the green screen out yet. He just got
he's figured it out this stream.
Well, but here's the thing: is this screen? I'm using my actual laptop. When I record Elden Ring, it's actually recording on my other laptop.
All right.
Oh,
I can't.
No.
You opened this can of worms.
My blood pressure.
I'm sorry. Let's move on.
Got to go to see his doctor.
My old laptop is too old to have NVIDIA broadcast.
Kamikaze Eyes 2408. Morgan being very cute, lol. Can we see the very cute Morgan? Please?
Yeah, what's that being cute?
24.
Yeah, can we see the very cute Morgan? 2408. Can we zoom in on enhance, CSI?
Oh, god damn it.
Oh, he just looks cute.
Oh, that little
damn smile.
That smug smile he was giving. It's just like,
$1,000 smile.
Wait, that's a meme. Can we get that on meme him?
Meme him.
We can turn it into an emoji of some description, I'm sure.
Well, it's the Twilight thing where she's like, "But that damn smile," and then it's just me.
Let's write that down. I'll pull that footage because I have it.
I forgot to take my heart meds today, James. Chill.
So what was I going to say? Oh yeah, this is maybe not as interesting to you guys, but can I get the time on that? Because I will pull that. I think it is funny enough to take as a little
24 minutes and 8 seconds. Yes.
24:08 on the Elder Ring 112 video, the 112th video of Elder Ring, and you are not completed with the game yet.
Come on, Mikey. It's a long game. To be pretty cute is not as good as just being cute, right? But to be very cute is better than to be just cute.
Yes.
So why can't you just say that somebody's very? Like, wow, this person's very.
Because they could be very.
You're so very today.
Because
So
very
very.
what, James?
What?
You almost figured
Pretty what?
Pretty what? Just like leaving a
Pretty
part out.
what?
James, you are one of the
Sir, we're going to
humans
escort you
of all
off the
times.
campus real quick here.
James,
Sorry,
you're one of the
guys.
humans of all time.
My thought process is what we call deep and philosophical. And when I say we, I mean me, myself, and I.
All three of you?
Mm-hmm. Three's a crowd, though, is the problem.
It's like shallow and tedious.
Oh my god.
3718 playing on James's laptop seems so stressful. You never know that. You never know what is the real ground when it take a while to load in.
That is true.
But you play the game on your good laptop, right? Like on the laptop with the graphics card in it.
Danny, don't.
I know. I'm sorry. I know.
Don't.
It's an RTX 3050.
Okay.
It's a good laptop.
Dark Page has not taken his heart meds today. Okay.
Sorry.
Gone even
Sorry,
60,
Dark
80.
Page.
The 3050. Can we? They made that
Can we
up.
see that? Let's see that 30. It's 3718.
3718. Basically, what's this just going to be an absolute boatload of popping? Oh, I can see it from here. Yeah. Oh, hang on.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there is no floor, and then there will be a
there's no
floor,
floor.
right?
Yeah.
And there is no floor,
Lol.
and now there's a floor.
Oh.
That is gruesome.
Whoa.
That is tough to watch.
That is gruesome. Can we send that to like the Elden Ring people?
That's like playing
As a bug?
peekaboo with a child or something.
How much of that is James's hard drive versus the developers? Though I mean, that feels like slow loading to me.
James is dying.
It's a good laptop, guys.
Have you installed it on an external hard drive?
Pass out.
It's on an external SSD.
Fuck's sake.
Wait, are you running the game
what?
on the external?
He's running it on an external drive.
You're not,
SSD.
right? No, but you're not doing that. It's on the. It's
Yeah,
on
he
your,
is.
Yeah,
he
no,
is.
you're-
He is. Look at him. Look
You put it on
at
your
him.
laptop.
He is.
You put it on your laptop, you monster. You do that. What did you do? Like, is Aaron said like the laptop's like hard drive is hers? Like when we sent you that 8 terabyte hard drive that you're like, I need to put this so it works with Macintosh. Ooh, Macintosh, and then you do this.
It's tough to buy James a hard drive because you only get half the memory you buy.
It feels like Aaron's like at the door, like, wait, so what did you get? And half of it's mine. Which
That's why you
is
don't get
rightfully
married.
so. Yeah,
We made him cry.
I mean,
We
legally,
made him cry.
it's true.
single, dying alone. No, I'm God.
Oh my god.
Oh, sorry, too soon. Sir.
It's an SSD. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean,
how
that's-
much
but
faster
it's-
do you want a hard drive
It's
to
on
be?
USB. Oh.
It's USB-C.
You're
3.2.
kidding, right? You are still doing
No, he's not. He's not. He's not.
No, but 0.2.
I don't think he is trolling.
You gotta
I
look
don't
for the
think
green.
he is.
Like
I
you're a
honestly don't
fan of
This
the green.
explains why it's 120 episodes long so far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just waiting for it to load up.
Yeah.
James
Waiting for
Heaney
the
is our
SSD
Alan
to blow up.
Partridge. It's just really like different variations throughout the years. Never gonna
Wait,
leave
something's
us.
supposed to rattle around in your headphones when you move your head.
That's your brain.
Oh, okay.
Your
You
brain's
guys
trying
are
to
so
kill
good.
itself right now.
How far can James play while squatting, both in game and in real life?
That's true. If it's so easy, you should play a whole episode, not sat in a chair, but squatting, because then you'll know what it's like.
A punishment.
My knees would never last. I can't barely squat even for a minute. My knees are so bad.
That would be such a good punishment.
You have to play a whole game or something.
If you do it in more than 1,000 deaths, that's your punishment. You gotta play for an hour squatting.
My knees would break. I think my legs would.
Danny, have mercy. 20 minutes.
When I was a kid, I used to run and jump and land on my knees, and my dad would yell at me, and he'd say, "You're gonna regret this one day."
Yeah, when you've got metal knees.
And I would laugh,
but that sounds
and I would
cool.
run and jump on my knees. Now, as an adult, I have lots of regrets.
And no metal knees. That's Danny.
No metal knees, no.
Oh wow, a metal hand. Anyway, where are we up to?
It's 5120. James climbs up a ladder, and all I can do is stare at the shadows in the crack of the wall as they flicker and constantly move the opposite direction. Ralph Murphy, I wonder if James could spell ladder. Come, guys, there's nothing to see here. Move along. Ladder, Latter. Got him.
What's it? 51.
Let's see that. Yeah.
James climbs up a ladder, and all I can do is stare at the shadows in the crack of the wall as they flicker.
You'll see. I think he has the shadows turned to
Ultra.
I think that's very sweet how like that back and forth between them, it didn't get nasty.
Oh yeah, the draw distance on shadows is so low that the camera isn't close enough to see the shadow.
What is that?
Holy fuck.
All I can do is see the shadows.
This is such a beautiful
I'm not
game.
even looking at the game.
And
you're gonna start to tell us that you have this like plugged into your like Wi-Fi router and you're streaming it from the hard drive that's on the Wi-Fi router. You're like,
he's playing on Amazon Luna. He's playing on Amazon Luna.
His own idea of Luna. He's like, Aaron, I got an idea, $1 million idea. Okay, look, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna call it the Heaney. The Heen.
It probably does that on everybody's computer.
Heaney stream. It could be the new streaming service.
Your Xbox One.
I probably wouldn't do it on Xbox One, no. But that's
I like how James's return was, your Xbox One. Like that could even matter. You know what? I take Xbox One hard drives and I install them in my desktop. Okay, boy.
I did do that.
Which you did.
I think that was part of the problem with my multi-Windows installation.
LMK 001. Close to the hardest fight you have ever done in a Souls game. Congratulations getting this far. Ulasil's botnet. He's already made it there. He just keeps backing out. MLKO botnet. Okay. Botnet, you got completely bodied by those guards. Yeah, that was nasty. I wish there was a timestamp because you were like strutting in there all confidently, and then you didn't even know where you were. All right, keep moving. I'm gonna get boiled. Steve the Ghost, what's Manor? James, who visited Volcano Manor many times. Also, James, what's the Volcano Manor? Steve the Ghost, do you mean the castle at the big lake?
You guys are too funny.
He has a serious problem. We shouldn't be laughing at him.
Can I tell you an honest story? We've recorded an episode of Elden Ring, which isn't out yet, and I think this exact same thing.
How painful was that?
I asked him to go to the Volcano Manor, and I'm pretty sure he said, "What's Volcano Manor?"
Again?
That is not
Spoilers.
true.
Spoilers.
That is not true.
Spoilers.
But I'm sure you had to look at the map or something. Like it wasn't. Anyway. Brad says the Heaney advance, facing one enemy. Back up until you aggro more enemies.
Mm-hmm.
They should name a maneuver after you.
Yeah, the Heaney advance.
The Heaney
That's what it
advance.
is. You literally just back away from your enemy until you bump into more. And then that's
You guys are so funny.
Ray Azteca 009. Just take him to the fight. Just take him to fight the final boss. Bosses. He clearly wouldn't even remember if he missed anything anyways, so just stop your suffering, Morgan. This is really good advice, Ray. I think he's still here in the chat. And that's what we're gonna do. I'm not gonna drag him around anymore.
What about Jarlsberg?
I don't know.
What the hell are you talking about? What about Jarlsberg?
Well, I guess you don't have a good memory like I do.
Well, in the episode we recorded,
explain.
Which again, not to spoil it, we didn't.
That's not an explanation.
We didn't go towards the final bosses. We went and
James
did
doesn't know what he's talking about. It's just a word he knows.
Yeah.
What is Jarlsberg?
Okay, so it might be pronounced wrong, but in the unreleased episode, if you're a Patreon member, you get early access to it. Bosox wrote down a location that I don't remember how to pronounce, but it reminds me of Jarlsberg.
Because it's a type of cheese, right? Isn't Jarlsberg a type of cheese?
Okay, fine.
Jarlsberg is a lager.
A place you're supposed to go
It's
in
a chess
Elden Ring?
move, according to Dark Page.
It must be a lot of things.
It probably is. I mean, the thing that we did in the
what
episode...
I say every time I jerk off. I'm like, Jarlsberg!
You're saying that
it's Jarberg.
I don't remember something that happened in the next video that I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, it's a location that you don't remember where it is. Jarberg.
What's it called? Jarberg.
So not Jarlsberg, but pretty close.
No, Jarlsberg
and it could be
is
Jarberg. It's Jar Berg.
And what do you need there?
You don't know? I haven't played the game before. You're supposed to know these things.
He just hasn't been there, I think. I had a question for you, actually, Morgan. Quite an important question. What is the status on the Alexander questline for young James? Because I think he has to do that. But he might have already screwed it up. I don't know. But
no, it does. I think it advances even if you. No, he should be good. He's seen him in all the places, I think.
Has he? Okay, that's good news. Because he didn't remember
as far
any
as
of
it.
No.
So, of course he doesn't.
So that's why I wanted to. No, I mean seriously, you don't remember the big jar, the Great Warrior Jar Alexander, and you're like,
don't remember Alexander. I remember the Great Jar.
Not the Great Jar, as in the big giant jar that you fight outside.
That's the one that I remember.
Alexander is just a regular shaped jar called Alexander, and he talks a bit like me.
I will say before these guys started recording, because I didn't know that we were going to talk about the fact that they recorded together. James sent me a Discord message and said, "Hey, me and Danny are about to start recording. Can you just tell me where we're supposed to go?" And I can tell you that I just ignored that message.
Somehow I sent a picture of a kid going like this.
Just was splurting out of my nose. Have you ever seen like when an anime guy like sees like a lady in a bikini and the blood just explodes out of his nose and ears? That's me. Every time James sends me a message.
I've never seen that.
Oh, really? Amazing. Oh, you got to go deeper in Naruto.
Okay. Old Boy. That's the only manga I ever got into.
God.
I know, right? I'm realizing what I just said.
Kamikaze Ice, as a good reminder, the jar that I'm thinking of is the one where he's stuck in a hole. You have to hit him to get him to come out of the hole. Remember him?
I did do that.
Okay. Jarlsberg, Rosebud.
And then you also saw him at Radon.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's got a whole quest line, right? So
so he has done it. That's good. Okay, that's what let's check. Where are we up to? Oh, Gary Bosox, 1330. After all that, trying to figure out where the point of view was for the painter, you just have to leave without even looking.
You just leave without him looking, yeah.
He did see him in the lava. I remember we were running around there. I made sure that happened.
Oh, shit.
Experimental, 18 minutes.
Trying to figure out where...
Experimental.
Experimental.
Fun, isn't it?
Yeah. 18 to 1817.
That's a fun spelling.
I like it. I need a condescending life coach like Morgan in my life, James. You're so lucky.
You can have Danny if you want.
I doubt it.
I'm not condescending. I am a little bit.
Is condescending an emotion?
Yeah,
I wouldn't say so.
Attack,
I'd say it's an
jumping
attitude.
attack is a little unfair, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you do a light attack, it's more just like notifying them that you're there, so that you make sure
Just
that
trying
they know
to be
battle's
fair.
beginning. Yeah, that's a good spot to try to spell up.
You're right.
So good.
There's an improv game called Emotional Roller Coaster where you go through all these different emotions, and when I teach it and I have the students perform, I have condescending as one of the emotions, and I always wonder if I'm cheating having. I think it's funny, so
You cut out.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we lost you.
No, everyone else cut out.
Everyone. That's what I thought. Thank you, Zach.
You were normal. Everybody else blipped out of existence for a
My
second.
headphones stopped working for a second.
Sorry.
Yeah, my bad.
James, don't blink because we disappear. Okay, we go away. Keep your eyes open. We love you. Okay. God, I love you guys so much. I'm just thinking about that while I'm looking at Garbage Pail. So sorry, James. Go back.
Who gave that to you? Oh, that's not the one.
I'll pull out.
Mikhail Rose, great video again. Thank you. Also, by the way, do you and Jabs have any plans after this? It's getting to the end and wondering if there's any future projects or will you guys be done making content? Yep. Bosox 2K1. 35.
Whoa! What the?
Wait, what? Just yeah.
Yeah, what?
There will be more.
You're not done making content. I have your soul for another 3,000 years. You know,
for all the work he's done. Well, I don't think I can talk him into another Soulsborne.
No, I think you need a change of pace after literally 2 years of Souls games.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of Souls games.
You guys just need to play. You just need to play Fall Guys together.
Zach, back me up on this. Don't these two need to play It Takes Two?
Where's it going?
So that they can repair their friendship.
Oh, everyone should play It Takes Two. What?
You can't see it.
Can't see it because you're back.
We lost most of you. Like I was afraid. That was frightening. It was just like you can't see it.
The invisible box that I was holding is a brand new PS5 that Zach sent me for some goddamn reason. I thought he was sending me his used one, and then he's like, "Oh no, here's this brand new one." Psychopath.
It ended up being too difficult to try to actually get this one. I just gave it to my nephew because he's really into the Spider-Man games.
So you could have just given that one to your nephew and been like, "Oh, it's too big of it was too hard to send to you, so just not sending it." And I would have been like, "Okay, cool, that makes sense." But instead, you bought a whole new one.
Yes.
No, he stole it.
That's the psychopath part.
Shut up, Mikey. You keep quiet.
So
the serious kind of thing going on right now.
Yeah, it came off the back of a truck.
Yeah, that's great.
The moral of the story is if you stay friends with Zach long enough, you will get a free PlayStation 5.
Yeah, you just got to deal with a lot of bullshit up until that point. But
yeah, I'm still
been his friend longer, but I got the PS5, so it's more about the quality.
Well, can we imagine where it would be stacked in his little setup right now? Look, I mean, no offense, Jay. I mean, I'm not.
I'd only get half of it, anyways.
I'm saying,
but you went back to the joke.
The PS5 is. I got it. Thank you. PS5 is fucking huge. You've unboxed it.
Yeah. It's no, I was taken out of the box.
When I got it too, I was just like, "Oh, I cannot handle."
I know my Xbox is like a little lunchbox.
The little white guy, yeah. I was like,
great.
I was even the digital version. I think of the PS5 is still like quite a bit bigger than that. And I was just like, I'm in love with the Series S for that alone. It's just how small it is. Like I could literally like, if I wanted to go somewhere, I could take it with me. Whereas that PS5 would be fucking ridiculous. Yeah. And who really needs a disc nowadays?
It's true. We should power on.
Although I think it came with like God of War or something, so I thought maybe that was.
I cannot remember the last time I bought a physical game on a disc.
I got an Xbox Series X, and it's just like.
Yeah, I do prefer buying Switch games on.
Yes, that's true. Actually, yeah, because I probably bought Super Mario.
Those aren't discs, are they? I don't know
like
what
little.
The Switch
they're just
has.
SD cards,
they're little
pretty much. Just little SD.
They're cartridges, like a Nintendo cartridge, right?
They look like SD cards, really. But
But the funny thing is, some games aren't even like sold physically.
No.
On Switch, because like I think Pedro. Oh, what was that one?
Pascal.
Pedro's
my friend.
Pedro Pascal's daddy.
Pedro's Fun Adventure or whatever. Pedro's
something where you're like a shooting game. I bought like the actual like physical version of it, and it came with just a digital code.
That's what I was going to say. Like the wild thing is when you go and buy a game now, like it's special editions. Like when I got to think it was Sonic Mania Special Edition, I was like, oh, cool physical box. Open it. It's just a card with a code on it to download the thing anyway. So it's just like
Call of Juarez or something.
Oh yeah.
That one was also on Switch, was just a code. And then I know the new Alan Wake 2 game is going to be just a digital version. It's not going to...
I mean, they should just... I don't know about for Switch, but in general for like games, they should just go one way or the other. They should be like, you can't produce CDs. It's just a waste.
It's just so... it's just the environmental impact.
Remember the whole debacle with the Xbox when it was being released? And like they were going to try to do that in a sense, where it was like when you put a disc in, it like you owned it and it installed it and it made it like yours. So that disc technically was then useless. Like, you couldn't sell it, you couldn't pass it on. So technically, it was almost just like a physical.
It was just like buying the digital version.
It was it was like you got your key, your game key from the disc,
and it was just like, and then like everyone was like,
well, it's the publisher's dream, right? That it's all digital because you can't trade them or like everyone has to buy their own copy.
Well, then we got Steam, which Steam's doing the thing where we got 2 hours to like at least try a game now.
Yeah,
you buy it, and you can return it, or there's.
Most places have that. You can do it on Xbox too. If you buy something that's trash, you just go and tell them.
Yeah, which is actually good. I mean, you could always return a disc too, I suppose.
Yeah, but if you damage the disc,
you can sell it back to them.
Yeah.
I don't. Once you open something, it's kind of like a and then
like
let alone when
they car off a lot, the value
or when they
drastically.
Because you can even remember before that when they had the they were doing this, not the season pass, but like the code that they would send with the game, so you actually had to like enter like some sort of season pass that then like if you use that, then like returning the game kind of made it, someone else was losing out on that, like they had to buy that part of it too still.
Whatever the add-ons were,
it was like it was something that was just like, this is included in the game, it's a $5 thing and it makes sure
But when was the last time you even saw like an optical drive in a PC? Like, I've not had one for.
I
literally had a conniption fit the other day when I was just like, I don't have a drive in my.
I have that's why I bought a USB one, right? So I got a USB CD drive.
I've used it get an external one.
Yeah, I've used it probably like twice in 3 years. But on the odd occasion I need one, I can just plug that in and use it.
Like boot disc? That's the only thing I can think of.
I used it for some old retro stuff, like some old retro games and things like that.
You could get an Elden Ring. You could get an Elden Ring disc and play it through the USB-C optical drive, right?
Moving swiftly on, TK1 says 35-33. You lose half your health, and then you run around for 4 minutes, and you don't effing heal once, and then you get surprised when you panic around one of the enemies on the bottom and die at 3908. Saving your flasks that regen after every death. Why don't you heal? And you haven't learned to heal in 130 hours of Elden Ring is beyond me. And then I effing realised I've watched 130 hours of you playing Elden Ring, and I want to vomit. Heal, James, or what the F?
Number one
this
fan.
Person, I think this person is
fan.
over it. This person is completely over it.
I think
they want us to go to Jarlsberg.
No,
I think they want you to finish the game. Just finish the game. Jarlsberg isn't worth it. Just end the game. Or at least begin the
I don't think
end the
there's
game.
anything there for you.
My God, Danny, stop saying it like that. That's gonna be like haunting me in my like late nights. Just in the game.
Just end
it. In the game.
I mean, then I'm going to have so few deaths. I want to.
What? That's
I mean, I never said I was going to beat every single. Huh?
You want to finish in as few deaths as possible, and we're giving you an out.
But I want to finish it in as few deaths as possible. But I also want to basically beat everything possible. I've already beat Melania, which I don't think you have to beat the game, right?
Yes. Melania was the main thing. I don't think you're missing anything. I don't know, because I'm not really. I mean, Morgan knows. Is he missing anything major that he should have done? He's pretty much done, right?
No.
It's just little dungeons.
I don't know what they want him to go to Jarlsberg for. I don't see anything on the list of things that.
Maybe it's just a troll post.
In 130 hours, you should have done.
No, he should have done it. He should have done it in 30 hours.
Mikey, don't stop.
It's 100 hours over par.
We all know this.
Next playthrough, Zach and Mikey play Elden Ring. Five videos done.
I'm looking forward to you playing Elden Ring. I think that would be great. 46 minutes. Good thing you only carry 7 heals to start. And then Bosocks again. James never realizes where he was when he came up the ladder across the map, does he? Yet, just got to 5708, and sure enough, he has no clue. Even Morgan is shocked.
Can we see? Because I don't remember that part.
Even Morgan is shocked. Oh boy. Oh boy. 5708.
I love Steve the Ghost comment in the chat. I'm kind of glad James ruined his build so badly. I wasn't sure he was going to hit my death guess. Laugh out loud.
What was your death guess?
James, good job.
I didn't realize that was just the same thing.
What do you mean that you didn't realize it was the same thing?
There's a bonfire
That's
right
where that
behind
big tree. That's where that big tree used to be. Dude, your memory is not good.
Get into the thing. The big. I still don't see what the big.
So
if it keeps going, you'll see. Can you just skip it forward a couple?
What do you want me to skip
Go
forward?
to the place, and he still doesn't know where he's at.
You know what I'm talking about, but you know that you're wrong.
Tell me when to stop skipping.
There's one that's on the rim, which you've been using to get down to here. And then
maybe it's where he died before, but he is heading there.
With those two guys.
Is this where he squats?
You cheese them from
that
behind.
one I did not remember.
Yeah. I know.
So what's the crux of it that you're not, because it's changed because of all the ashes there,
Of
you
the
don't recognize where you are?
150,000 ladders, I forgot one of them in the game. Oops.
We're not even talking about the ladder, James. That's how off base you are. It's where the giant tree was, where you got killed by the guards multiple times, and there's a bonfire directly behind it. Even when you're standing in the spot looking at the guards, you have no idea where you are.
Well, sounds me. It sounds like me.
Ralph
Sounds me.
Sounds me.
Sounds me.
Says, I never tried to find the spot a picture came
Sounds
from.
me.
I did find some by total accident. I don't remember anything that great being there, though. And then Ralph finally says, Melania, the Blade of Makila. She doesn't stand long enough for that spell to be worth squat.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we're on a Titanic video, not an Elden Ring video. Let's go.
Hey, let's go. I don't know what to tell you. I thought it was impressive because, well, one, I've been kind of interested in the Titanic lately. I don't know why. You know, when YouTube just recommends stuff into your feed, it was kind of like, oh, that's interesting. So I'll watch some videos.
When did the Titanic go down?
It was in 1918.
1981.
I think it's 1981.
1981.
That's correct.
1912.
It's like
1912.
April, maybe 1912.
Yeah, it was. I think it was April
14th of April,
Yeah, if you
1912.
guys even think that
Something
was
like
the
that.
Titanic.
Listen,
Yeah, no, that was
I'm not
sent by
claiming to be an
aliens
expert
from the
on the
moon,
topic.
right?
I can't tell the difference between the front of the boat and the
They
back.
switched the
Like,
ships, baby.
it's-
They switched the ships.
Oh God, you're not one of those people, are you, Jesus?
The aliens stole the thing.
I know, and it was used to lay 5G masts around, and God knows.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Chemtrails.
chemtrails. The world is flat. Yeah, why didn't the Titanic sail off the edge of the Earth, Morgan?
Because what do you think it ran into?
It ran into the
ice wall.
surrounds this. Yeah, thank you. Figured it out.
Oh no, I walked into that one. To be fair,
It's a dome, and there's an ice ring.
Oh my God.
My favorite is when those guys, when they're like in documentaries and stuff, and then they have their kids making little dioramas of the how they think it goes. It's harsh, tough watch.
yeah.
Yeah.
Those kids will grow up smart, though, I'm sure.
Did you know there was a Lego Titanic you can buy now? It's very expensive, but it does look awesome.
An expensive Lego set?
I know, but
Shut
I mean,
your
even
mouth.
even
Get
by,
out of town.
even by Lego standards, it's quite expensive.
Yeah, well, put a number to it, man. I gotta hear it.
It is. I'm having
I
a
follow
look
the
now.
Lego Star Wars subreddit, and people are always like, "Is this a good deal for like 5 figurines?" And the price is always shocking. every time.
$589.99.
Yeah, I was about to say
For the
that.
Titanic.
For the
But I'm sure that you can get inside of it, right? It's like a small.
no, it's
but
not. It's
like-
not even that big, really. I think it's about
It's
what,
the
like
scale.
it's not to scale. What 1-to-1 scale? It's
1-to-1.
It's about 3 feet
All
long.
right,
I
I'll give you
think.
2-to-1. It's
It
big.
is 16 centimeters wide. So centimeters. I don't know why we're working.
So
in
just a
centimeters
little
here.
over a foot wide.
So
44 centimeters tall
I
and
can't think of which
135
how tall that
centimeters
is.
deep.
They've
They've also got inches. Is that inches? 18 inches? 18 inches high, 7 inches
Hello,
wide.
Mandingo.
It's
and
53 inches.
54,
No.
Yeah,
54 inches deep.
I know we'd
Deep.
all be saying no to that. None of us are taking that in.
No, you are a no.
What?
You're ruining the Titanic.
Yeah, you're
No,
ruined the Titanic.
I didn't
for
ruin the
everyone.
Titanic. It was that iceberg.
No, that was
That's
the
the
aliens.
West.
It was
We
just the
talked
tip.
about this.
It was just the tip.
You just gotta just the tip.
That was the
Billy
aliens. We
Zane.
talked about this.
right.
Billy Zane, you.
I'm excited
I-
to read all the comments about my. Did you already do this one?
No.
He didn't.
about my ability to retain intricate, useless facts about the Titanic, yet I can't tell the bow from the stern. Kamikaze is easy way to tell the difference. A bow is used to shoot arrows, and a stern makes pinball machines.
It's true. A Titanic snapped in two, so it's beneficial for partners.
GameFront said lol, not Danny, by the way.
Yeah.
What does MMB? Oh,
he's a slow one.
You got that.
What does it mean? Who's MMB? I wonder.
Oh, Mr. Morgan.
What face?
Morgan. Beautiful.
Morgan, beautiful.
Mr. Morgan, beautiful.
Mr. Morgan, beautiful. Yeah. Kamikaze Eye says at 106, Danny got that Heaney stutter.
Oh no.
What it was is during
I need a new SSD.
Well, I don't know what it was causing it. I think because I was recording and loading from the same drive, maybe. But like when the loading screens were on, the audio
you don't use
got
a
choppy.
laptop to record?
I don't.
It's Unreal Engine 5 as well, though. So it's just heavy, right?
It was very. It was
I give
very
James a lot of help.
heavy
But
game.
I also use a second laptop to record, but my setup's just not janky.
Yeah. No, I understand. Yeah.
That's the difference.
If you haven't seen it, by the way, it's worth looking at because you can download it for free. You probably do need a good PC to run it. But
can you download it on the GameFront webpage?
No. Sorry, I'm afraid not.
No, Zach, can we make that happen? We can make that happen, Zach, right?
We can figure that out.
Yeah.
But
okay.
But I don't know. There's something about lighting in Unreal Engine 5 that just, especially on indoor parts, that just feels, and I can't put my finger on it, but it feels so realistic that it was just, I could spend hours just wandering around. Like, it was really, really impressive. I'm very excited about bigger games coming to Unreal Engine 5. I think it's going to be a wild decade.
727. If that's a bush, where is a tree? Good question.
What is a tree?
What is a tree?
Oh,
well, I think it was like a small.
Did you say
tree.
where? I might have misheard.
We can have a look and see what. I think I'm referring to like a small. Do you know those like little bushes that like a kind of? I guess they kind of look like trees.
Like a tree.
Like a tree.
The money trees.
727.
I have a money tree.
Dude, Manscaped, right? You gotta check that out.
That's the wrong button. 727.
Wait up. Would that mean like hair grows out of like your dickhead if you had like a man tree?
I think I don't know this for sure, but I'm going to talk out my ass for a moment.
I'm going.
I believe a tree needs to have a trunk that does not produce leaves.
So yeah, would you call that?
Oh yeah, that's a small tree.
It's a small tree. Yeah. That.
It actually does kind of look like a money tree.
Yeah.
That's on the Titanic.
Titanic. It's not anymore, but I mean, it was at the time. I mean, but look how nice Unreal Engine 5 is. I mean, seriously.
Sunroom.
Isn't it great?
That is nice.
Is there a chance we could like stop Billy Zane from all his like?
And like, if you look in there,
Nanciness.
I love Billy Zane. Did he get canceled or something? Why is he not in anything anymore?
Oh,
the Phantom. He made the Phantom.
Oh yeah, I never saw it, but I heard it was real bad.
I was just infinitely impressed by
the superhero genre as we know it. So
the Phantom was one of my favorite comic book heroes.
Yeah, my buddy at the time when it came out, we were all kids, was so excited about it, and we went and saw it. And I didn't know anything about it, but he was very hurt by it. He was like, "This ain't it."
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it wasn't it, but at the same time, I think it just made it more like aware of how not cool it was.
Not it was in general.
Yeah, just like white man comes and saves.
Well, I mean, every movie from 2020
no,
and before.
This was like a 1950s comic, though. Like, it's like old school. So what it was referencing was pretty tough stuff.
Majohn Thunder.
It was soothing listening to this video with Danny knowing enough information about the Titanic to be our tour guide for an hour and a half. Might the green object in the Turkish bath be a steam cabinet? Oh, that's
I want to get your opinion.
Is that possible?
Hang on. Let me see if I can find the right part of the video. Oh, there we go.
It's probably where the poop goes.
No. What the hell do you think this thing is?
Yeah, that's absolutely a steam cabinet. That's like a little.
Definitely where the poop goes.
Definitely. If you poop in that one time, it ruins it for everybody else in the
ship. So you slide in there, lay down, and you just take a shit, or what?
It just looks like some kind of horrific traction machine. I would never get in that
you don't
thing.
Think that's
why does that
lung?
look like a train? It looks like a train, right?
It looks like it looks like it's going to kill me. It looks like an iron lung. Like it doesn't look.
It looks like an iron lung.
It kind of does, but an iron lung also has like it would have been tighter. Like an iron lung.
Like a post box
no,
on the
it's
side?
not an iron lung. Iron lungs didn't exist yet.
Yeah,
is that a mailbox on the side?
That's like a sauna. That's like some sort of steam thing.
I'm sure it is because the context is it is in like where the Turkish baths were.
Okay,
but,
all right, here we go. I got it.
There's the swimming pool and everything. But
the
like,
picture here is an electric bath aboard the Titanic in 1912, and this is exactly it. The picture I'm looking at.
It's an electric bath.
Isn't the lighting
It's an
so great
electric bath
in Unreal Engine 5? It's honestly so good.
It's nice that back in the 1900s they were thinking about like, hey, you know what we need to do? Combine water and electricity. We've got it nailed, guys.
It's pretty shocking.
Hey, James.
Oh, go Duddy Dog.
Well,
This is-
Elden Ring 113.
Elden Ring 103. Let's try and rapid fire this one. Rhythmic. I'm only at the beginning of the video, but I'm really proud of you, James.
And Rhythmic says then, Morgan, I can confirm for you that James did not respond when he said maybe his mic wasn't working. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Times two.
Gaslight. James Gaslight Heaney. Can you see it?
I'm on a mic.
5112, I guess, is where it's at. Mic check 1, check 2.
Yeah, hang on.
Only time Baba the Heen tries to speak, all he says is just great. Okay.
5112. Is this some actual gaslighting that's going on?
That's 18.
Yeah.
It's so close.
You can't. He won't say it. He's not gonna say it.
Well, you got to go back.
It's so close.
It's a tight window.
6,
So I can stop giving you ideas.
55. It's so close.
You can't. He won't say it. He's not gonna say it.
Do I need to go back further?
Well,
Yeah,
then
let's
I'm
go
gonna,
back further.
I think
I just love that
Just do
Morgan's
whatever
out
you're
on
gonna
the
do. Just say,
range.
Morgan, I got this.
56.
So I can stop
Hurting
giving you
some-
ideas.
55. It's so close.
So he can't hear you, so that's why you're both talking at the same time.
Yeah, I think that is what happened. I don't.
No, James is pretending not to hear me.
Oh, is he really?
He's just doing whatever he's doing. Wait, go back and play the whole thing. Go back a little bit farther. Play the whole thing.
Start at
Watch
the first
thing.
minute.
Okay, we're
we
going
will
there.
watch the whole
Stop.
thing.
All right, listen.
FP.
Okay, that's not the one I was talking about.
You look so
not spell it
confused.
I didn't put that one. I responded to there.
I would get rid of that FP one.
Well, then I'm gonna. I think
He's talking to you there.
I'm responding
Just
there.
do whatever you're gonna do. Just say, Morgan, I got this.
56.
So I can
Now he's ignoring you.
55. You see,
Okay,
he said do whatever
just
you're
say
gonna do.
Morgan, I got this. He's not
I
going to
should
do it. He's
have. I
not
should have
gonna
said
say
Morgan,
it.
I got this.
There you go.
And Morgan, for the record, I'm sorry, I didn't say Morgan, I got this.
To a literal.
Can we get a Morgan, I got this for a soundboard?
Well, that's when he gaslights me. You missed the gaslighting part, which comes up right next.
wall. Just me talking to a wall of monitors.
Great. Alright.
He's in his own world.
Not to sound like Danny, but is this mic working?
Yeah, it's working. Why? Because I didn't listen to you about the FP thing? Well, if I did that, then I have to put the health
We
back
didn't
on.
respond at all to anything I was saying.
No, I did. Maybe my mic
did.
wasn't working.
Oh, his mic wasn't working.
Maybe my mic wasn't working. James, what are you talking about?
Yeah, James. Now you see a bold face. Is that insane? That's what I have to deal with. It's pure insanity.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Isn't that hard to watch?
That's
was
dangerous
that was
stuff.
tough
I mean,
stuff.
yeah, I mean,
Oh my god. Oh,
I can't believe I said that.
whew.
That was
I can.
hilarious.
You do that shit all the time.
what do you have to say for yourself, James?
I'm
It
sorry.
doesn't matter. No, his words do not mean anything to me, so it does not matter.
What does he mean when he says words?
Oh.
Great. Mythmake Morgan definitely had a whole lot of trouble with him, despite what he says.
The fire giant? Nah.
Pelagius says, now that I think about it, there was actually a build James could use to easily beat Mulaney without any good shenanigans and minimal preparations. Oh well, the more deaths the better. It's true. People have got a stake in this, so they're probably giving you bad advice on purpose. That's the thing you've got to be careful of. Moon is sharp. I don't recognize Moon is sharp. Welcome. Good job, James.
And then Zach goes in and absolutely destroys this new commenter.
What video were you watching? It's like praising a puppy the one time it doesn't shit in your mouth. Praise Morgan. Morgan was so logged in this video, it was crazy. Zach, why do you have a puppy in your mouth to begin with? What are you doing to the puppy? That's a good question, Zach. What are you doing to the puppy?
I answer.
You know how many bugs can crawl in your mouth while you're asleep? Now imagine there's an evil punker waiting for you to yawn. It's true. My phrasing was very poor. But if James could, he'd be shitting non-stop in Morgan's mouth. Were you in a bad mood this day, Zach? What happened?
Were you just on a truth-telling mission for one day?
And then El Mono Max says, haha. And then what are the emojis? I want to describe
shit,
puppy,
sleeping.
shit, sleeping. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
We do an auto reply to that one.
We can reply to if you want.
Can we do an auto reply to the initial commenter?
We can. Oh, does it have an auto reply? No, sorry.
Can we make one up?
No, you can only do it when there's the rules of the rules, and the rules
thumb
are...
up their thing at least.
Yeah,
thumb up their thing
absolutely.
and just respond and give them some likes.
Yeah.
I know it's a.
Do you hear the guilt in Zach's voice right now?
Apologize for Zach without an H.
No, that is how I spell my name.
Yeah, but it's not offensive if we don't put the H on.
Don't.
Honestly, that makes me feel better.
It makes me feel better. I think we all feel better for that.
Everything's so much better now.
Anybody has like a little thing like that, you just poke them every time you get a chance.
If you want to really piss me off, put a K. That's the thing that pisses me off.
Thank you for that. I'm gonna hold that in my back pocket.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't put a K.
I don't get it.
No, I'm offended by that.
The worst part is also when it's Z.
Oh, that's even worse. That's even worse. I hate everything.
Get it out of here. Get it out of here.
That doesn't look like real words.
That just looks like the kind of thing you do when you're trying to cough up phlegm. Like, amazing. Dreas Tech 009 says 3812. Great run at the first phase. Panicked a bit on the second phase, but looks like the wild strike strat is working.
All right, let's see this. Looks like some sort of boss action. I want to see it.
It's
3812.
good. James did a good job.
And I honored my agreement not to be cheesy, I think, right?
No, you didn't. You summoned the freaking cheesiest summon you could possibly summon.
No, I didn't bring the mimic tier. That's the cheesiest one. Did I not? Okay.
Isn't this one just as cheesy? Oh,
yeah, this one fully leveled can solo sometimes. So you beat half the boss.
I mean, if anything, this one's better because it's not saddled with your insane build, I suppose.
Of course I'm out of blue.
Yeah.
Are we watching the whole thing?
I think you would have an opportunity for those wild strikes, and they worked very, very well.
Yeah.
I was wrong on that.
Okay.
I'm proud of myself because I got in there and fought instead of doing what my original intention was those blood flies and staying at a distance to keep like stuttering her.
Can I ask you a question? I haven't seen this before. On Melania's health bar, she's got this like grey bit. Is that some kind of?
That's from Tish.
Yeah. So that can't be recovered health.
That's all the damage that Tish does. I did the rest.
Oh, I see. Is that a new feature then? I don't remember that being a thing.
That's not.
That's not. No, it's not what's happening.
That's not what's going on at all.
I almost had Danny there.
Okay, so what does it mean?
It's that black flame damage. So that they, like you were saying, they can't recover that health while they're under the influence of that.
So that's really useful for Melania, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I would concentrate on trying to stagger.
It's well known that Tish is the best summon for this.
Yeah.
Why did you lie to me, James? I don't understand.
Because I didn't think they were going to tell the truth, and I could go on having you think I was a better gamer. Is that what you want to hear, Danny?
Yeah, he wanted to take credit that he was causing all the other damage.
Using the button to make it work again.
Okay.
But I still think, despite everything people say, I think I did pretty good against her.
Yeah, you did well.
I mean, yeah, you beat her, and that's the main thing.
Matters.
Yeah, you're doing good.
You didn't do it in as fewer deaths as I did, but I mean, that's okay.
Definitely not as few as me.
Nice.
Remember,
Yeah, but then there's phase 2. Yeah, then there's phase 2, and I die against her the first 2 times, and then on the third time
stop this now.
Yeah, stop this nonsense.
That was a very good phase 1. Good job, James.
Watch the whole damn
Cool
video.
styles. Hell yeah, James. Congrats. Good call on the Wild Strikes. It served you so well.
Did we skip Almono, Mike?
Oh, I did. That's my bad.
Oh yeah, that I fixed this in the next video. I accidentally, because of the sound dipping out, I added a death, but it was actually just me going to phase 2.
Yeah, you deserve that. Kamikaze 1630, Gangster Heen in the Heels, 3404.
What is that?
I don't know. I'm not down with the kids. 3404 soundboard material. So
Guess we need to go to 16 and then 34, right?
Yeah, 1630.
Let's see them all.
Thank God.
Despite your best efforts.
Guess I'll. Oh, what the fuck?
Oh,
That was kind of, yeah.
that's why.
I can
That's
see,
why.
I can see why. 3404. 3404.
What the fuck?
I think 01's fine.
Drop that beat. What the fuck?
You took your weapon off.
It's just them saying fuck again.
Every time we use the F
Took your
word.
weapon off.
That one- we should clip that. I actually need some
We need to
soundboards for
do-
the Discord server, so that's probably one I could.
Yeah. Someone needs to sing this. He's got the music signs. Who's singing it?
But the cat came back the very next day. The cat came back. They thought he was a goner, but the cat came back. It just couldn't stay away.
Okay.
Sorry. Come on, Mikey. That was really good.
I mean, to be fair, it didn't rhyme very well.
That's the actual song, though.
Oh,
Oh, I'm out of blue. Of course I'm out of blue. That's what it is.
I had an
Same
idea,
problem.
and I want to know what you boys think. I think it would be amazing if James did a very short guide video, possibly just as a YouTube short, like not even more than 30 seconds. And it's literally a guide video that just explains that when there's a blue line through the FB that you can't see you drink a blue.
99.99% of people would see it would not have any idea what he was talking about.
But it might actually be a really funny video if it was like, this is a hot tip for everybody that's been struggling in the game, and you might not realize that there is an Easter egg. It pops up on the screen. It's a blue line that goes through something. And the more serious we make the video, I think the funnier it'll be.
Yep.
Don't they make vests that like zap you when you like get shot in games and
Like
stuff
haptic
like that?
feedback vest?
Yeah, couldn't we get one like where like if it's low, like James gets a
Ooh,
like a
that'd be
jolt,
nice.
so then he actually like
We'll get one of those dog collars, and I'll just have the button.
same thing.
Can you
Oh, yeah.
operate
When
them
it
when you,
happens.
like in a
Or he
different?
says something weird.
If you're not
Why
in the
do I-
same place.
would that work over distance? I guess you
I
could get
think
a
it
Wi-Fi
would.
one.
Yeah.
I think it would set off my fire
It would
alarms
have to
if
be.
my-
It would have to be an
I just
internet.
started
It would have
smoking.
to be an internet connected shot collar. And I
Oh,
don't think having an
Screw
internet
it. We'll
connected
get one
shot
of those
collar is a good
sex
idea.
toys like from Love Sense or whatever. You just like
Mm-hmm.
plop it in there. I mean, sorry, James, you're gonna have to lube it up probably a bit.
Well, we'll
But
just
then-
attach that so that we can do it over distance.
Or not. Sorry. I like
I
the
bet if
butt
I put
thing.
a radio tower on the roof of my place, I could reach James.
Okay, so we know
Oh,
he
dude,
has
but
access.
what
to
if,
the
what
roof.
if you end up reaching James in like another universe because the planets align or whatever, like that Frequency movie with Dennis Quaid, and he's like his.
And then somehow
Talk to
it
his
body
son.
swaps Danny and you.
Oh yeah, and then it's just a big
Yeah.
like oh my gosh, Mad Mikey B, you're fine. You'll just stay the same, I guess. But
4450. I'm very proud of you, James. I honestly never thought you'd be able to beat her.
That's where I beat her.
Yeah. Our young hero only at the beginning, but frost pots are a legit strategy if you hit her with them when she jumps in the air to do her big special move. It interrupts her. If you put frost on your weapon, she'll already have frostbite, and I don't think it'll interrupt her if she already has frostbite. My argument against that strategy is that James could not recognize when she was jumping up in the air.
That's what I was just going to say is like, I appreciate that they say it's a legit strategy, but I don't think I was ever going to do it when she jumped in the air. I was only going to do it when she was right next to me.
Yeah. Mikhail Rose, I'm not even sure Jabs and Morgan are even friends anymore. I think they're contractually obligated to finish this. Ha 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 ha! Evil.
I think they're friends. I think they're still friends, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's our work.
But we don't have the
relationship
same
that's
benefits
suffering.
we used to have.
I mean,
Okay.
I feel like you are still friends, and I hope you're friends, hopefully forever. But every time you gaslight him, James, I think you lose a little bit of that friendship.
It makes me see you not as a human being anymore.
I get that.
That's my problem with when people cross me. I'm like, oh,
He's like AI. He's a robot.
I wouldn't mind snuffing this out.
Okay.
So I'm still your friend, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's me.
But if you get the opportunity, you might snuff me out. And
It's
Well, I don't think
Woodman
you're saying
thing.
that. I
I'm
think
getting
he's-
this now.
It's me.
George and Lenny.
I can't believe it took James over a year and 113 videos to finally realize how broken Bleed is in this game. Mind you, it was even more broken before the constant nerfs. Anyways, well done, Tish/James 2 strong bosses in one video. By the way, if you're going to bleed, then use a fast weapon like a katana or a curved sword with a seppuku Ash of War, which will let you build bleed almost instantly on non-bleed resistant enemies.
It's not gonna happen.
He has his build.
Because he's had
He's
success
sticking
with
to it.
this thing, he's not gonna change it now.
He has
this
his
is
build,
to
and
the-
he is sticking to it, right? This is
Yeah.
now his build forever.
I don't know.
well, then you
haven't
guys don't
res-
know James Heaney.
I was gonna
'cause
say-
as soon as something works,
How many times have you respected in the last month? I'm really confused.
I don't know.
Yeah, but it was to beat like the
Millennia.
hard bosses.
Okay.
Yeah. Majoran Thunder, great job, James. You did a really nice job dodging and blocking her attacks. Oh, that's sweet. Nod, a great job on the boss fight, James. I was kind of worried James would switch it up at the last second, but to my surprise, he stuck to it and beat her. But as we all know, the real MVP is Morgan for enduring the troll that is James. 5230, glad to see James's expertise in full display.
Is that where he beats it?
I think that's where I beat
No,
the
it's-
fire
it's
giant.
afterwards.
Or this is when Tish is.
Is this
Oh,
too tall?
come.
No, this is just you. Being you.
Great job, James.
What?
Amazing.
That
Didn't
is
look that tall.
masterful.
I guess I was wrong about being able to judge 40 feet.
I think what gets me the most is the way you kind of like, stay.
tries to back out of
you
it.
try to sit there for a minute and think. I know this is a bad idea, but do I want to lose face over this situation?
Does that really look
And
that
then-
far down?
And then you'll be like, yeah, oh, I'll be fine.
Hate
Bye bye. Oh, Manjon Thunder, by the way, you could have summoned Jarbro for the giant fight if you kept up with his quest. Don't remember how much of it James has done, though, because this expert walkthrough has taken over a year. Ralph Murphy.
But I think he has done it.
Yeah, well, that's what I asked you before, isn't it?
Because the last step is the lava, right? He just didn't summon him for this. It'll go. It's gonna happen.
Ralph, and then met him later on in the sky. Chris Dazed. 1 hour 15, 12. Great job, James. The fire giant can be tough on the first playthrough.
I think I died 3
Ralph.
times to him.
Ralph Murphy, nice work, guys, and you worked as a team. Anthony Leota, I think James has a real good shot at beating the game under 1,000 deaths, but now that Melania is out of the way, I would say that was an honorable fight, James. You did very well.
Oh,
That's sweet.
that's very nice. So yeah, I mean that's my main thing is for all of the people who didn't think I could do it under 1,000 deaths. I have 150 deaths, and you're telling me it's just the end of the game left? Like I can't picture myself going over 1,000 if there's just the end boss.
The final boss
Hubris.
is very hard.
Dude, you jumped your
Hubris.
horse off that little ledge and you killed. What are you talking about?
How many times did I
Hopefully
bite?
there won't be any other places to fall from in the end of the
I
game.
hope so. I hope
in
everything's
the
flat.
sky.
How many times did I die to the final boss?
Oh, the final boss itself is hard as well.
I could have swore it was somewhere in the order of like 50 times. It was a lot.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't think
And
that was
it's
the case.
not really susceptible to gimmicks like a bleed build or something like that.
Maybe I will have to respec.
The man who's just out of the tutorial is like, "What do you mean? I only have the rest of the game left?" Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, there's enough. There's like 4, 5. There's gonna be 5 very hard bosses that I think could take up to 150 deaths, and getting to them, and yeah.
Okay, then let's do it.
We'll see.
So this is Dead Space with me and Zach. And Pelagius says at 10:03, you forgot to jump. Everyone knows that if you jump, you don't take damage. And then at 13:17, tutorials. Well, nice demo, I guess. So what's 10:03?
Oh, you can swap in Mikey for a Morgan. Morgan left. This video doesn't have anything to do with him.
Fair enough. Oh, is he saying like if you jump in an elevator when it stops?
Oh my god.
Oh, it's rough to see. It was gruesome. 13:17 tutorials. I think you and me, James, we're the kind of men who don't do well with tutorials, if I'm honest.
No. You know why? Because we're so good at actual games, the tutorials lose our interest.
I agree.
No, what the message said.
I completely, right between the eyes.
No, it said not to.
Oh, shooting the limbs then, okay. I read the opposite of what I see.
Well, you read what the HUD like was up on the screen, but like the message that came in was telling you how to kill the monsters best. And
Zach finally talked somebody into playing Dead Space.
I didn't.
No?
I love Dead Space, but I've never beat it because it's a really hard game.
It was Danny. Danny wanted to do it.
It has Resident Evil-ish vibes, doesn't it? Which is
well, I guess Mitch was streaming it too. Yeah.
Yeah, we were just looking for trending topics.
It had like a free kind of like almost demo too. It had like
you could play you could play the first one. You could play an hour and 30 minutes for free, which was fun. Brad says, I absolutely despise the music in this game. It's trying hard to be scary with spoopy stings and jump scare stingers, but it's so cartoonishly over-exaggerated that it becomes comical and ends up removing all the tension. They were going a bit keen on the violin, which is why I said it sounded like what Bioshock did years ago. I noticed that, but And then Majon says you're absolutely right. The old game was far better in that aspect. So is it? I mean, you've probably played it more, Zach. Do you think the music in this version's worse?
I'd have to replay the original just because I do remember it being a little more toned down in the like sound department, just because that was the idea. You're in space. Like there's a lot of like when you'd go outside, it was just like dead. Everything was like pretty much dead silent.
Oh yeah,
like,
they took away that part.
No, they just added like when it, especially in boss fights or like when fights would happen, like as it usually was or does, it'll build up to like some high intensity moments or something, and
the silence in that game was my favorite part of like how scary it was to hear your breathing when you go out to the actual space. Yeah,
and it's a very intense, very claustrophobic kind of feeling too in times. So that's why I like that game. But I haven't actually really played the new one. I played Callisto Protocol and probably shouldn't have. So then I would have wanted to play Dead Space.
Zach's review system is literally him giving a shit. Feels good, man. So I think we established that Zach's rating system is how good it is to play on the toilet.
On like if it's on the Switch or the Steam Deck.
If it's a Switch game, well, everything's on the Steam Deck.
So many.
So literally any game basically qualifies for the fact that basically Zach reviews games by how good it is to play in the toilet, which I think
not everything is on the Steam Deck.
Well, quite a lot of things. So I mean, I think
not everything's verified.
No, I mean, I was trying to give you a compliment. I mean, as rating systems go. I mean, if you're willing to give yourself a numb ass by sitting on the toilet playing this game, then that means it's a good game. Whereas if you're like, I'm just going to get off the toilet.
Sweetheart, my goal in life is to have a numb ass all the time.
Oh my!
Anybody? Guys?
Kamikaze says, what did you want to say when he saw himself in 4K for the first time? Oh, this is great.
Thanks, Mikey.
Does someone else?
HDMI.
Should wash your hand though, Mikey.
Get it? HDMI.
Yeah, it's a terrible joke, and
What?
Get
It's
that can of
great.
7-Up poured on
I
your...
just don't listen to him.
There you
Okay.
go.
It's a beautiful
I
joke.
like your jokes.
I like your joke.
Thank you. He's right here. You're looking right at him.
I don't think Danny gets it. What
Yeah,
do you think the joke
HDMI,
is
like the
there?
cable, like a HDMI
Okay,
Danny
cable.
is
I get-
notorious for not understanding jokes.
I understand the joke. I know what HDMI
Well, then how do you not
is.
think it's hilarious? I'm gonna steal that and put it in my stand-up set.
I mean, do it. I mean, you old kamikaze
Carlos
ice royalties.
Mencia, Amy Schumer.
I wish I remember
James Heaney.
that dog joke.
Anyway, very quickly, System Shock review.
Yeah.
Zach is a real boy says, love this. Pill says 2 minutes 12. Ha ha ha, yeah, I can imagine. More streamlined approaches do not help as much. Do not help much as well, though. Thank you, Bill. And then finally we got the Elder Scrolls Arena. So James,
God,
we didn't cover this in announcements, but you're basically going through.
So I was so surprised when this went up because I was watching the Discord conversation go down where James is like, "Oh, I thought I installed a mod on this."
Yeah,
I still can't figure out if I did or not.
And I was like, "Oh, surely he's not going to put that video up because it's not what he was intending to do."
It has the
But
caption at
he
the
did
start
it.
that just
Here it
says,
is.
I tried to install mods, but I failed.
Well, the
on it.
problem was I could not figure out if I did install it. I couldn't figure out how to uninstall it, and I couldn't find any examples of what the game, because it's supposed to make the graphics better, but not great because this game is very outdated. And I think I still can't tell if I got the mod in. It's hard to tell. But
Wait, you don't know still?
I still don't know, because it goes through, and I don't know if you are familiar with this, but I'm going to be using GameFront's mods going forward. I'm really excited. It was before I knew this was going to release.
I thought I installed mods. I was wrong.
But I don't know.
I don't know. I can't tell what it was supposed to look like.
We've all installed mods and not really installed mods. It's super reliable, Modding is
But couldn't you just
Well,
uninstall the whole game?
The thing
and then
is I was
reinstall it?
using Vortex from the Nexus mods.
3
And
kilobytes.
you just click a button.
Swearing on my Twitch stream.
And I'm not going to do it again because
Yikes,
you can
yikes.
control it yourself if you do it yourself and actually go through the things. The auto mod install, I just couldn't really verify that it was working. And when I was clicking the button to uninstall, I didn't know if it was working.
Oh yeah, blast him. Did we have
We don't
it?
have it. We don't have it. I already checked.
I mean,
But we do have.
It's hard to tell.
We do have mods for Elden Ring 3 Morrowind. So that's the one that I'm
Elden Ring 3 Morrowind.
Elden Ring 3.
You heard it here first, folks. Elden Ring 3 Morrowind.
Live on GameFront.com.
That's the DLC. It's coming soon.
Yeah, that's the first one, and I have that game, and I'm really looking forward to it. But I am going to try Daggerfall, Elder Scrolls 2.
Yeah. El Scott Joe, James really struggled with that first goblin. Kamikaze Ice. Most of this is James versus the goblin. An epic for the ages.
It was so frustrating. The game controls of this are the worst I've ever played in my life.
Well, they are like 20 years old.
It's
Yeah.
no,
More.
20. Dude,
More.
I don't want to upset you, but 20 years old is it's like PlayStation 2 era. This is more like 30 years old.
It was released in 1994. Shut up. That's 28 years old.
Wow. It's not. I mean, anyway. Kamikaze says, "Oh no, it's me." Says,
Oh no.
It's
Yep.
it's 30 years old.
Yep, do the
Oh
math.
no.
It was 4 years before I started high school.
Oh no. It's 29.
is that true?
Isn't it?
It was my graduating year for college.
It's 29 years old, right?
That makes sense, actually. That reads.
Oh no.
When the game has a quit to DOS button, as Kamikaze I says, you know that you're too old.
With the DOS.
Quit to
Beautiful.
DOS. It's me says 4332 Lamau. Oh James, what happened at 4332?
This actually is all you. I should have just put this one part up, and that would have been all you needed to see. It's how frustrating, and it also made I didn't.
It's at the end.
You know,
It's
I'm
at
proud of
the
you
end.
for making.
03,
I'm
right?
proud. I'm proud of you for making 44 minutes of content out of this game
Thank you.
because I wouldn't have lasted 15. Oh boy.
Why aren't you putting the cursor on him?
That's not how you do it. It took me forever to learn, but you got to drag the mouse and swing the stick, kind of like what is
Look at his
kind of like
face.
Mordhau. It's kind of like Mordhau.
Next time.
But you can't. The other thing is you can't just like scroll and pick where you're looking. You have to click little like parts of the screen to make your face move. So you can't just like line up where you're looking at. You got to like click the arrows to tilt your body, and then you have to click and swing your stick. It's just awful.
James, did you ever play Might and Magic? Like Might and Magic 6?
I played Might and Magic. Heroes of Might and Magic 3 was one of my favorite.
Not what he asked.
When I was
so Heroes 3 came out at the same time as Might and Magic 6. They were like companions. Really good game.
I didn't know that.
Kind of the same as Arena though. So if you enjoyed Arena, you might enjoy that one.
I did not enjoy Arena. I did not enjoy Arena at all.
No?
But Daggerfall looks like it probably has the same controls as Arena. And I feel committed to playing it because that's where the character that I played Elder Scrolls Skyrim.
Yeah, didn't we know a guy from Daggerfall?
Danger from Daggerfall. So I feel like I at least have to load up the game, even though it looks like the controls are the same as Arena, and I'm probably going to hate it.
Daggerfall's only 27 years old, so you might be better.
It might be. But I'm most looking forward to... I want to play Oblivion, but I'm going to play Morrowind first and give it a shot. And then I'm going to probably dive in deep to Oblivion. Has anybody here played Oblivion?
Yes. You should use a mod called Oscuro's Oblivion Overhaul.
That one is on GameFront, right? Yeah,
we do have that one.
I cannot wait.
I enjoy that.
I think I'm going to... If it's enough fun, I think I'm going to really dive into that one and play through it.
Ulysses Botnet says, based. James playing through Elder Scrolls game again? That's thank my lucky stars. P.S. Daggerfall is in High Rock.
Oh, because at the beginning in the map, you have to pick where you're from, and I didn't know that Daggerfall was in High Rock.
There you go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've done it once again. We've reached the end of another...
Everyone go check out Apple's new augmented reality headset they just are announcing.
Apple? Are they really? Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Janny, excited.
Here we go. Well, have you seen the Quest 3 that got announced last week? Which
I will never buy a Quest again.
Really? Why?
Because the one that I have, they're just like stopping to support it, and it's only been a couple years.
Oh, they're not going to support the Quest 2 anymore?
No, it's talking about the original Quest.
Oh, the original Quest.
Hopefully they do support the Quest 2.
Isn't
it's
the original
pretty
Quest
shitty of them to not give it more than like 2 years support.
The original Quest is like 6 years old.
Well, I guess it is true. Old games should still be able to run forward or backward compatibility or something, but
it's not going to stop working. It's just not going to get feature updates. Is that basically?
It will start at $3,499.
Oh, for the Apple one, Jesus, $3,000.
Apple Vision Pro.
No,
$3,500, and it looks like ski goggles. I mean, I like the design.
I'm buying it.
Goggles.
That just sounds like HoloLens. That just sounds way too niche. That sounds like the kind of thing that the military might want to use, and then not use.
Dude, I'm going to be able to jerk off and not miss hitting the toilet.
Let's go.
The headset has a glass front and an aluminum frame containing 5 sensors, 12 cameras, the display, and a computer that's apparently cooled with a fan. It's probably loud as heck.
This sounds like a really bizarre thing for Apple to be doing.
Apple fans are loud.
Talking about it forever.
Apple fans are loud.
It's funny that, Mikey. It's great. No, but I mean,
fans,
I don't mean like fanboys. I mean like the actual fans in the
computer. Oh yeah.
Really,
well, I know.
really
I've never had a Mac. I had an iMac. I had a Mac Mini for a while. That didn't have a fan, I don't think.
No, the recent ones don't have fans, but in the old MacBooks, the fans in those just really whiny. Like so if this thing's got fans and it's on your head, yeah, fuck that.
Well, the fan and the battery pack are like on your belt. There's a wire that comes off of them.
This is such a non-Apple thing to do. This just sounds like a
it's really wild.
This is
because you're gonna sound like
Apple
a tower knight coming down a hallway.
Apple in the 90s did all sorts of shit like this. They tried to make a game console.
But that was old Apple. That was pre-iPod Apple, like iPod Apple.
That was still Steve Jobs.
Yeah, sure, but that was Steve Jobs before he went and effed up at Next and all that stuff. Like I'm talking
then
about.
he went to Next and he fucked.
Yeah.
What the fuck was Next? Tell me what Next was, dude.
That was pre-Mushroom Jobs. I'm just saying that, like
Mad Mikey Steve Wozniak over here. He probably gets it. And you got you as Steve Jobs.
It's true. He is Woz.
It has an external battery that lasts up to 2 hours.
Nice.
I'm just saying that since the iPod, Apple have released very simple, sleek.
That doesn't seem Apple
products.
stuff at all, though. 2 hours? Who's gonna want to?
No one's going to buy
hours
that.
of battery
Nobody's going to buy that.
Well, what you need is
Nobody's
hot
gonna buy
swap
that.
ability. Swap your battery out.
It's a little battery, yeah, and the batteries are probably only like $800.
Yeah, that's easy.
Who's gonna
You can
walk
probably
around?
charge it with your Tesla
No,
charger.
but
Nice,
who's
Morgan.
going to
I
walk
like that
around?
casual-
Who's going
just
to walk
eat
around
what?
with a fanny pack on and some like fucking turbo glasses and just looking like an absolute knob?
Anybody that's
Like,
like
people
in
are going to be
California.
lined up.
Me and
Yeah,
Zach.
people are going to
For
be lined up around the block to get
$3,000.
these
Yeah.
things.
No,
And
no, they won't.
Mikey and
That's
I,
what
I leave the
there's-
house looking like
they're
this.
stupid laptops for. Yeah.
Mikey and I are going to be sitting in like right here with the same thing, and we'll find they'll eventually like release one where you can plug it in. It's almost like buying a Game Gear back in the day, and they're like, "Yeah, you like going through
That's what I'm
batteries,
saying.
eh?
It's not mature enough. That's why I'm
Wait,
surprised Apple are
Listen
doing
to
it.
this. The headset will display your eyes with a system called EyeSight. Instead of just being see-through, they're going to project your eyeballs
Onto the outside
into
of
the
it.
thing.
Let's
And
go.
If you're in full VR, a glowing screen will obscure them to suggest you're not available. It also creates a digital persona, basically a hyper-realistic avatar by scanning your face. The device uses pass-through video that lets you see the real world in full color.
I think James
But-
is using it right now.
Yeah, I think James is using it.
Sorry, I'm having a little of a
3D
hard time
objects into a real
focusing.
Including pulling objects out of a message thread into the real world. That's interesting. I don't hate the actual design, the look of it. It's not bad.
Where
It's
can
weird that
I
it
find
need
has
to
a
take a
wire
look at
that
it.
you have to have a fanny pack.
Where can I
Well, the
find it?
wire's
Can you
not
link it
good.
in the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
this is-
In the Twitch chat?
Quest 2,
Yeah.
it has like an external battery
I'm not
pack
sending
on the
to
back.
Twitch.
Okay.
So
I'm reading the Verge article.
They really do look like ski goggles. Like they really do.
Put it in the hardware channel in the Discord then, maybe, if you're signing into
Oh
Discord.
yeah.
Oh,
to
wait,
be
you are
fair,
actually here.
I don't know what type of goggles you would make that didn't look like e-goggles.
I mean, they look
Unless then they're like, do you want them to be like night vision looking, where they have like they're like
well
dialed out?
No, I mean they literally look like a sleep mask. Like I mean, does anyone remember
There's better hardware.
HoloLens
The-
or Google Glass or any of that crap? Like these.
Wait,
I
is
remember
that-
Google Glass. Those were like
Is
tiny
that
little glasses.
picture? Is that picture their eyeballs projected onto the front of the device? Because that was kind of natural.
I can't tell, but I mean that's a highly photoshopped picture.
Oh, yeah,
Is that even just a
100%.
full digital person.
Yeah. We should get this on the screen share.
I think this is a render.
Can you get on the stream, Danny? That link to Morgan Person Hardware.
I can certainly try. The one with the
Why not?
eyes
We're
on it.
just chatting. Yeah, we're just chatting.
I'm
So-
doing
No, the
it.
No.
laptop.
Here's a real picture. Yeah, it looks like you can see through.
It looks see-through, but that looks like an LED display at the same time.
Well, isn't that how it explained it? Was that it was projecting it, so it is
Yeah,
going to be
yeah,
a
yeah.
screen. So it's not see through. It's going to be like that's what they see. So it's probably giving you
Oh, it's
some
got
level of like privacy in them.
It's
Which
got
is
the
kind of cool because then you
digital
could
crown on
like change your eye color or do whatever you wanted.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, right. Probably could have a bunch of customizations if you really wanted to. You could probably make it so you're, as with.
Oh yeah, this
TikTok
person
and
is
all.
very digital. If you look at picture 16 and 17 on the Verge slideshow, this person is digital.
Do a browser capture of the article. Yeah, 16 and 17 is
shit.
very digital. Yeah.
I do like, yeah. I mean, I obviously like the idea of augmented reality. This is probably not it for me though.
It is. Yeah. Well, I would love this. I literally wanted this the other day when I was like working out. All I wanted was like some way to watch. And like.
Well, that's the
or
thing.
do-
I don't think you work out in this thing. You're
right.
eyeballs
This
would be
isn't
sweating all the
exactly.
I mean, I work out in the Oculus Quest 2. I mean, whatever they call it, the Quest 2. And it
used
does get
wiring.
sweaty. But what was it?
yeah. It's fine if you have the silicone.
I do have the silicone.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
trippy.
it looks pretty cool.
This dude's just sitting on a couch watching a kid's birthday party. This is weird.
That's how you spend time with your children in the future.
Yeah, did you not see Minority Report?
And you rehydrate pizzas, dude. Have you not seen a movie?
Oh, they're playing
Grapes, please.
PlayStation in it.
It's 200
No.
pictures.
Are they really playing PlayStation?
They have some kind of. They're playing. It looks like they're playing 2K in it.
Looks like they've got a Disney partnership because
Slide
Marvel's
63.
on there. Yeah.
Apple stock hits all-time high. That's amazing.
Wow, people are actually excited about this. It's crazy.
I mean, I'm excited about it. I'm not really an Apple fanboy. In fact, I would consider myself the opposite.
$3,500 for it.
So,
well, it's not necessarily.
Like
it's not that I'm necessarily going to buy that, but I know that the world is going to get excited about it, and I want a world where there's AR. And if people embrace it, then there's going to be more of that technology that comes out.
Does that have cloth inside?
Yeah, it looks like it.
It also has very narrow. I'm looking at slide 93. It has very narrow eye holes. It looks like the same thing you would find on the Quest or something, which is my least favorite thing. I want that whole thing to be open.
Yeah, I don't know why that hasn't been developed, but
well, that's why you got to wait for the second gen, dude.
From just having a big screen that goes all the way across, like a.
And is it like really AR if like it's feeding you the camera feed from outside the goggles instead of you just looking outside the goggles? I mean, I guess it's a harder problem to solve, but it seems weird.
I think the peripheral vision thing is a combination of...
I agree with you that I question whether or not that's AR or VR. Because technically, if that's the case, then the Oculus Quest is AR also, because you have the cameras that you can feed in.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying,
Quest
it's giving
2,
pass-through camera vision.
Yeah. The Quest 3 basically has the same thing, AR through the cameras. The Quest 2 kind of has it, but they're kind of like black and white.
It's black and white.
What the hell? You can deconstruct like a heart in this thing? In AR?
I can do that in my living room.
Screenshots.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I don't think that I'm
just surprised.
I can't afford to get one, but I'm really glad that it's out there because the price of it's going to drop as more and more interest comes to AR.
The reason why it surprises me, hear me out, right, is do you remember back when mobile phones were first invented, like back in the 1980s, and you basically had to have a freaking thing attached to your belt and an actual thing that you held up, and then you had the big giant walkie things, and it was kind of like, that's kind of where VR feels to me. Like it's kind of like it's in that early days. You know, you're tethered to something. You've got wires. You've got all these things to think about. Battery life isn't that great. Like, I'm just surprised Apple's going in at this point. What you really want is like a really small wireless, has a 12-hour battery life. You just pop it on your head, no cables. That's the point when it becomes more consumable. At the moment, it just feels like it feels too nerdy. It's like a weird geeky thing. Like, it's just odd.
Well, that was the same thing with Google Glasses.
The phone also solved a problem, which was that when you were away from your house, you couldn't communicate with people.
This
isn't actually solving a problem.
But actually it does, especially if you start having doctors and people in rooms being able to have that AR technology so that they're able
you can do that right now with cameras and with the like robot surgeries and stuff.
And that's still meant for like specialty, like, you know, professions.
And I think that once that becomes more easily produced and they start streamlining it, getting it smaller, I would really like to have a consumer version of that is, you know, affordable and accessible.
You want to be able to do surgery on people from afar.
No, I mean,
what would be the harm in being
I don't think I would want James to do surgery, period. No, never mind from afar.
You would know who it was.
What if you were on a plane and in the cockpit they had some AR goggles, and if something happened to the pilot, anybody could put these goggles on and they could walk you through everything with
this
AR.
Is an absolutely wild scenario that you're now going into. Like this is just so niche.
No. Just think about an everyday activity that you would be doing. So, like, say you went to like a food truck. How would your goggles come in handy there?
Well, what you could look at the food before
truck.
It's made.
Danny, I'm not talking to you.
You look at the food truck. It's already connected to the internet, and you get Yelp reviews like, "Oh, I got food poisoning from such and such truck," and you're like, "Well, I'm just going to walk by casually and not stop." Or maybe it's a food truck that is really trendy, and they have all of their ingredients listed. So you look at the menu, and maybe you have a peanut allergy, and it's like, no nuts, no nuts, no nuts, these nuts, and like, I mean, there's just. limitless
have the simple
abilities
solution,
to
which is
Oh,
when you look
isn't-
at the menu, the food pops out and you can just see it what it looks like.
Yeah. That's what I was kind of like getting at.
And then
It's
you're
just
able
like-
to crack it open, smell it in your AR goggles, give a
Wait,
little
what?
lick. You can't consume it, but
There's
I mean, I'm talking-
what's that movie with Ryan Reynolds? Fucking nice guy.
Deadpool.
I can't remember what it's called. Yeah,
Deadpool 2.
Whenever he's just like he's like supposed to be like some NPC in a video game. That's like
Yeah.
what you like when you're looking around. You're just like you see some stats. Like that's kind of what AR is like in the
I'd like that.
reality of
like
what
like in
everything would
Watch
be.
Dogs, where you can see everyone's
Yeah,
and who they
right,
are
exactly.
and what the
Another
bank
good, but like
balance is.
how like where is that then going to be actually like?
Well,
like you're going to look at another human being.
I just want
and
to be
it's
able
gonna
to
allow
look
you to do
around and
that.
see
The only
everybody's
idea
like
is-
social scores, how many followers
Exactly.
they
Well,
have.
that's
you,
like
Morgan.
that Black
Thank
Mirror
you. That's
episode
what I'm
where-
getting at.
where-
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
even need to interact with you. Next.
Yeah.
that's literally like
I
that
have
Black
all
Mirror
my
episode. That's a
followers
terrible
trailing
future.
behind me.
The only
Like-
the only uses
like-
I can think of that are useful are things like if you redecorate and you want to see what it looks like after you've done the decorating. Stuff like that might be an interesting
You
application.
do that with your fucking phone on Amazon
You can,
Prime right
but it
now.
might be.
You just, like,
Yeah,
kind of-
exactly. It's not. But
But
it
I would
might
take
be.
it one farther, and I would hope at some point you never have to take the goggles off. So your house is just a blank canvas, and it just has QR codes on the thing that lock the walls in. And you can change them to whatever you want at any time. So whenever,
Yeah.
Hey
whenever
guys,
you're walking
check
in
out my
somebody's
new.
house, it looks aesthetic to me, no matter what.
Mhm. Oh yeah, they could change
Yeah,
it how they
you-
wanted
exactly,
if they
yeah,
wanted
you
to,
can-
or they could look at your customization. Your
That's
choices.
the long term future, isn't it? Where people can just like see what they want to see and live in the world they want to live in, kind of. But
Oh god.
But I mean, like
love that.
other things could be like you could have a mirror and look at yourself in the mirror and try on clothes from a shop before without having to buy them, and you can see yourself and stuff.
Dude,
like
Amazon tried to make that with a mirror.
Yeah.
They tried to sell a mirror that would do that.
that. So but I mean, again, and then the main thing I can think of is video games. I mean, I don't know if you ever saw that HoloLens demo with Minecraft, where it was like Minecraft blended into the real world. But something like that would be a cool idea, you know?
That would be cool, yeah.
So you can build Minecraft buildings in your street and stuff like that, and they'll
Yeah, I
kind
think
of
Lego
An article
did
about
something like that.
the Minecraft bot that they were controlling with ChatGPT.
No.
It's sick. That's it. That's all. It was just sick. It's the most effective like Minecraft bot possible right now.
Well, is there anything else we want to cover before we finish for another week?
No, I think that'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
Mikey, thank you for joining us.
Here's a little
Yeah.
mod. I guess I don't know if this is mod news, and I don't want to keep us too long, but I saw that I think it was Black Mesa got 90,000 overwhelmingly positive reviews. Is that considered a mod since it was based off of it was rebuilt using the engine, but then they sold it as a standalone product? Is that considered a mod?
it was originally a mod of which is on.
I remember
GameFront.
playing the mod. I've never bought it though.
And then, but the version that you're talking about now, which is on Steam, is a standalone game, which has been endorsed by Valve. So that's now a separate. It's a game now rather than a mod, but it started out as a mod. So
yeah, but it's like, where did it become? Like, where did it end being? Somebody disabled my camera.
Basically, when a mod is something you download usually for free, and you have to have the original game to be able to play it, whereas a game is a game that you buy and you play it. You don't need to download it or do anything else. So I mean, it's a standalone product.
So I guess that's the difference. Is they sold it with all the assets included, and it's endorsed by Valve, so it becomes an actual game. And as long as you are having something else that you're adding files to, that's what puts it in the category.
Yeah,
of
you
mod.
don't need to own Half-Life 2 to be able to play Black Mesa. Whereas with the original mod, you needed to have Half-Life 2, and then you had to install the mod on top of it. So that's the difference.
Okay, cool. That was kind of what I was wondering. I was like, that's not really a mod, but I feel like my experience with Black Mesa was as a mod because it was before it came out. All right, I'm done.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, and all that good stuff, and we'll catch you.
Wow.
Catch
Good
you around
job,
about.
Danny. Smooth.